Hi guys, and welcome back to the SN Studio for another The Old World Battle Report. We are back with vengeance, playing 2,000 points and the Breakpoint mission. Again, we have our super guest, Mr. Chris is back with his beautiful Black Orc army, and I can't wait to get stuck in. As you can see behind me, we have a beautiful battlefield, new mats, some new terrain, and yeah, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and we are ready for battle. Now, as for my list, changed it up. I will be using some different units we still haven't seen in the SN Studio, so excitement galore behind the scenes from myself. And for Chris, he's actually changed his list from the first time we saw the orcs in this new edition of Fantasy. And yes, he's bought big blobs of black orcs, which are very resilient. He's actually paid for the stubborn upgrades, which are my bane when it comes to cavalry charges. But let's see how that goes. I'm looking forward to it all. But first up, let's check out the lists, with Chris's list coming first.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, get that reference down below in the comments. I'm back again with the orcs. I was going to say orc and goblin tribes, but there's no goblins here. It's just orcs. And I'm here for another game of Old World. So this 2,000 point army will be headed up by a black orc war boss. Very, very simple. He just has 75 points of items. He has the battle axe of the last. Wah! So we're going to see how his extra d6 attacks with his +2 strength and his -2 to his AP works with chopping off some Bretonnian heads. So he's my general. Aside from that, we have a level 3 orc shaman. He is on a flying carpet and he has the lower familiar. He will be going elementalism today, hopefully looking at getting Plague of Rust off on some of those tasty heavy cavalry units. Moving on then to my two hero level characters, we've got two black orc big bosses. The first one is the battle standard bearer, and he has the war banner. He's also equipped with a shield, so just nice and simple. He's going to give a unit +2 to combat resolution from his battle standard and his war banner. Then finally, we have my final character is another black orc big boss. Very, very cheap. He just has a great weapon. 79 points of average combat effectiveness, I would say. So that wraps up all of the characters in the army list. So moving on to core. The first unit in core is a unit of 23 black orcs. They have a bit of a mix of weapons. Just check in the descriptions below for my regiments because they've got motley crew, so you can equip them differently. But they have a full command and they have the big red raggedy flag. So the idea is to put the battle standard bearer with the war banner in this unit, and they are rocking quite a considerable static combat resolution, somewhere around 7 or 8, even before any damage is done. So that should be able to hold the lines. And again, this unit is stubborn. My second unit in core is a unit of 10 savage orcs. They've got the war paint, the shields. I've given them throwing spears this time, not thrusting spears. They've got the stabbers. And they have full command. I haven't given them a magical standard this time, but hopefully the Starker boys or the Flash Gits will be able to actually do some damage and use their 360-degree line of sight to capitalize on some strategic and tactical charges. Moving on then to my special, I have 2 more units of black orcs. The first unit is a unit of 20. My war boss will go into this unit to make 7 wide by 3 deep. They have a standard bearer and a champion. No musician in this. Again, a mix of different weapons, and they also have stubborn. And the third unit is a unit of 19 black orcs, again with stubborn. Sort of the same, roughly the same loadout, mix of different weapons, but a standard bearer and a champion as well. The final special slot is reserved for an orc boar chariot using that Gore-Grunta model just to fit with the theme of the army. So the idea is to use his first charge to negate some of those ranks from the opponent. And lastly, in the rare slot is none other than a giant using the Orc Megaboss from Age of Sigmar, one of my favourite models. And again, fitting very much with the theme of the army. So that's my 2,000 points of Orc tribes, and no such thing as Goblin tribes. So Orc tribes taking on Pardo's Bretonnians. Time to get some horse meat on the menu, some Bretonnian liver and Bretonnian heads chopped off, some rather staunch shoulders.
For the lady, the Kingdom of Bretonnia is back in the studio at 2,000 points. The list is actually 1999. I am a point under. Nothing else I could add. So I'm a bit sad, but it is how it is. So going straight onto the list, a revamped list to what I have been using for the past couple of weeks. And I am testing out some things, so don't get angry. You won't see any lance formations. I am going with the normal formations for all of my cavalry. Let's see how that goes. Anyway, let's go straight on to the characters. First of all, we have a Damsel on a Warhorse. She is a level 2. I'm going for Illusion to start it all off, and obviously you will see the powers that I actually have successfully picked in the description below. She's got a hand weapon, and basically that is it for her. Moving on to the big boss, my second character, and obviously my general for today. He is a Duke on a Hippogryph. Now, I've made him as resilient as possible. I don't think he hits as hard as he can hit, but the trick is that I will be as resilient as possible. So going into what his upgrades are, he does have a shield. He's got obviously the heavy armor. He's got the Gromil Great Helm, the Morning Star of Fracasse, and a potion of Toughness as well, as I had some extra points. He's gone for the virtue of the Knightly Temper. So my Duke will be having an extra D3 attacks when he charges. He's got the Hatred rule when he charges as well. He's got a 2-up armor with a rerollable 1, and the magical sword is actually quite tasty. -1 AP, +1 strength, taking him to strength 6. And as soon as he removes a wound from someone with a magical item or weapon, that item is gone, kaput, not there anymore. So it's really good because when someone hasn't got a magical weapon and just hitting with close combat weapons, I will normally have a 2-up save with a rerollable 1. This is why he will be very resilient. Moving on to the core now of the army, where I have a lot of units. We're going to start off with 2 simple units of Knight Errants. 2 units of 5, no command on them. I have been using them like this. Cheap and cheerful, 95 points if I'm not mistaken, and basically they will be flanking and looking for those flank charges across the battlefield. Then we have 2 25-man strong men at arm units. So yes, full command on them. They do also have the upgraded Grail Monk with the Blessed Triptych to get stubborn on them. And yeah, great little unit that I love working on, and they do actually win games for a lot of occasions when I actually play them. Then, and there's 2 exactly the same units as well. Moving on to more core, we have a unit of Mounted Knights of the Realm. Now, a unit of 9 to be exact. Again, they have obviously the shields, full command, so musician, standard bearer, and the first knight on them. And they aren't 10 just because I will be adding the Damsel to this unit. Moving on to more core, some shooting this time. 2 units of Peasant Bowmen, 2 units of 10, keeping them small. I've loved how they've worked. I have actually used them as skirmishers, which I think they work better than in ranks, but I'm using them with ranks today, not skirmishers. 2 units of 10. Again, I have been using them through the flanks to get those line of sight and those arcs across the field and get some shooting into some tasty units. Then lastly, I move on to the special units. First of all, we have a big unit of 25 Battle Pilgrims and an upgraded Grail Reliquary. So there's basically no command on them because you basically can't. The Grail Reliquary basically works as a champion, acts as a banner, and a musician at the same time. So pretty tasty unit, very tough to shift, especially with my Duke being around them. They do become even tougher to remove from play. Then lastly, my new boys, which haven't appeared yet in a battle report, we have the Pegasus Knights. Yes, finally here, everybody that plays Bretonnians actually can say what I'm about to say, which is they are probably the best unit we can actually pick in a list. A unit of 5, full command on them, so musician, standard bearer, and the first knight. And yes, again, they will be flanking up the field. They are skirmishers, so they can really easily charge multiple units and with different angles as well. A threat not to be reckoned with, and I'm looking forward to see the chaos they perform on the battlefield. Now, that is my list. As I stated, 1 point under, but still, I'm really, really excited to see how it plays out on the battlefield. That is it. You have seen Chris's list. You've seen the battlefield. Let's go to war, and that's coming right up.
I take this oath, knelt under the watchful eye of the lady, at court with my fellow knights errant, and with reverence to King Lewin, Orc Slayer, to join him in his holy charge to rid Bretonnia of the orcs that blight this land. I shall not rest until the green-skin menace has been driven from our kingdom, from Reaver's Point to the shores of Brion. Sworn upon the honor of my family, its lands and heraldry be taken from me if I break this oath. May my lance strike true, and my sword never shatter, as I commit my life to this task. In the name of the Lady, for honor and duty.
The armies are deployed, the battlefield is ready, and we are ready for war. We are back to the old world, and we are playing Breakpoint, which was a mission that I hadn't even seen. I've basically chosen it just before we started to play, and it's quite an interesting mission.
It is.
Because we basically the armies break as soon as we lose 3/4 of our army, right?
Yeah, of your unit strength. Yeah.
Unit strength. So mine's 33. So as soon as I go below 33, I basically lose the game. Hopefully that won't happen. What about yourself?
So you have to get me down to 21.
21.
21.
And yeah, both sides are quite resilient, quite tough, I think. So it's going to be quite a nasty game, I believe. Maybe someone will wave the white flag. I've been telling DC for some time, we need to make a little white flag. Because we need to actually have a white flag to wave, just in case we want to...
Not to stereotype as well, but you're kind of taking a French army.
Exactly.
Sorry to all those French people.
People will be angry about There's already people that are angry about this, what you've just said. So, the Kingdom of Bretonnia versus the Orcs and Goblins, with no goblins for today, but a lot of black orcs, which everybody likes. So, let's start off with your deployment. Let us know why you've deployed like this, because we had a comment that was quite interesting the other day, Chris.
Okay.
Which was, you've already gone through the army, so it's a bit confusing that when you start the battle report, you go through the army in some way again. So it was positive criticism, and I liked it. And I think we should talk a bit about why we have deployed this way instead of what is deployed where. So give us a bit of a check on why you have deployed this way.
No worries. So Giant and Chariot are kind of holding up one of the flanks.
Yep.
I'm hoping they'll be able to kind of keep this side of the table pretty solid all to their own with a little flying shaman directly behind. This is my bunker unit. This is my anvil. Hopefully I've got my hammer beside it.
And then what's the third one then?
So they're just kind of thrown to the wolves.
Okay. Okay.
So this flank, looking at your flank, is going to probably collapse.
Nice.
So they just need to hold it for a few turns.
I see you're feeling positive already about the win.
Yeah, you know, it's like you sacrifice a few greenskins.
Yeah, always. That has to happen, right? You always have to sacrifice something. Yeah. Perfect. And then obviously we've got something trying to hold the flank. Skirmishers versus skirmishers. Is going to happen on this side. So that's Chris's side. Checking out the Bretonnians on this side. As I stated in my introduction, and probably some of you have already switched off from watching because I'm not using any of the lance formations, trying things out. But yeah, this deployment as well is slightly different. We don't have the whole table edge. It's just 15 inches up. So the center ground is much shorter.
Yep.
It's just 18 inches instead of 24. But we can't really deploy on the outskirts of the flanks. So 9 inches in, a bit smaller, a bit different. I like it. So for my deployment, again, I've used some of my skirmish units to flank on either side. I've also had my 2 smaller units of archers flank for the first time because I have thinking about this and I think that they work better trying to get those tasty firing lines on the flanks instead. My 2 men at arms obviously holding the center ground. That is exactly what they do. And my 2 strongest units will be hitting the center ground because, like Chris has stated, his hammer and his anvil are in the center, and that's exactly what I need to take out if I want to win this battle today.
Yep.
Okay, exciting. Also, I want to give a big shout out to P-Works. So this mat is from P-Works. Most of the mats we're using are from P-Works. Glorious mats. Link is in the description below if you are interested in this map. I quite like it. Isn't it beautiful, Chris? Very nice. And I like it because it's not only green. It has a bit of sandy yellow. So it mixes up with other bits of terrain like our rock formations like this. We are using the rock formations as impassable, just because it's much easier to play that way.
Yeah.
Now, you deployed first.
I did.
Meaning that you will be getting a +1. Yeah. I'm also giving you an extra +1 because you're a guest now. I'm just joking.
I probably need it, to be fair.
Yes.
So.
Now, I want to put this on because people like this kind of stuff. What happened in the last game between me and you? What happened? We played in the tournament and I beat the Wood Elves, which is different because it's not the Wood Elves today. But Chris, I'm sure, wants vengeance on that. So before you start watching, I want you guys to comment in the comment section who is going to be the victorious winner at the end. Before you win, don't cheat. Don't scroll to the very end and see who's won. So comment on the and I say who you think is going to be victorious before you actually start watching.
Who you want to win.
Yes.
And then who you think is going to win.
It's two very different things. Perfect. Okay, so you get a +1. You're using the nice gem green dice. Yeah. I'm using the red gem dice, and with the golden lay on both. I'm going to let you roll first as a guest.
Here we go.
That is a tasty start. That's a 5. +1 is a 6. So I just need a 6 to re-roll. That is a 3. That means that you're going first. I don't even know I'm rolling because I want to kneel and pray anyway because I want that tasty 5-up ward save throughout my knight units. I always do this. I always forget, roll, and then I'm like, sorry, bro, but I'm kneeling and praying. So I'm going to kneel and pray, as you can see, like this. So Chris, you're going first.
Used to this. You being beneath me.
Yes.
Yeah. My big boss's hat.
I'll stand up in a little while. On to the strategy phase, and we're already casting some powers. Yeah. What are we casting?
I'm going to cast Earthen Ramparts on...
Have you put your wizard hat on?
I've put my wizard hat on.
Wizard hat on. So you have a carpet and a hat.
Yeah, it gives me stupidity.
Okay, so what are you casting?
So I'm going to cast Earthen Ramparts on these. Gives them a 5+ ward save. Means they cannot march or charge, but they count as being behind a defended low linear obstacle. Okay. Which would mean if you did charge it, you don't get your bonuses and stuff like that.
Perfect. So what do you need?
If it goes off, I do need a 10. It's a level 3.
So you don't.
So I don't get it. So that's a great start.
Okay, I like it. Is that it? Is that the strategy phase over?
Yeah, strategy phase.
I do want to roll just because I wanted to roll. I would have failed, but there you go. Perfect. Okay, so on to your movement. Not a lot to move. But obviously we do have to move. So on to the movement phase coming up next. And we're back, and as you can see on screen, a unit has appeared. Yes, my dumb little head just turned around and forgot that I hadn't placed. Actually, Chris actually reminded me, don't you have an extra unit? I'm like, yes. So I'm very sorry. Yes, I have this stupidity rule on me throughout the game, but they're back, and Chris has allowed me just to put them where they would be. So yeah, at least I've remembered now and haven't remembered later on as we move forward. So they're back now.
It's big heavy throwing.
Yeah,
it takes them a while to get
yeah,
there.
they're slower. They're coming. So yeah, not the best of starts. Chris, I've also noticed you're full green today. Green dice, green t-shirt, green hat, green tape measure. And we don't know what color your boxes are, but I'm supposed they're green.
I got the troll hide trousers on, you know, like the troll pants.
Okay, that's the one you want. Okay, so, yeah, magic, right?
Yeah, so shooting phase, all I've got is the Gaze of Gork.
Okay.
And from my shaman, I'm going to squeeze a small thin line.
Yep, onto my Errant or
onto your Knight's Errant. So
Knight Errant, perfect.
So this cast on a 9+, so I need a 6 here.
Okay. That is a 7. Passes. Okay, so am I within 18 with my Damsel? I am not. I don't think. No, just out. Just out. So I do have my free.
You do?
So you've passed it on a 7, 8, 9, 10, right?
10. Yes.
There you go. So it's all yours.
Perfect. So range of this is 5d6.
Nice.
So let's see.
That's 12.
12, 16, 17, 18, 19 inches. And effectively, I just draw a big line, 19 inches like that. So does that get 1 or 2?
Is it just a line?
It's just
so
a line.
It gets 2, 100% gets 2.
Okay.
But you go over my, sorry, 2 Knight Errants, you mean?
Just 1 Knight Errant
and two archers. Yeah. Okay.
So this is strength 5,
Lovely.
-3
Oh,
AP.
tasty.
So I'll do the 2 archers first.
Okay,
So
yeah.
killing on 2s.
Yep, and they're dead because I do not have not even have light armor on them, so they're just gone.
And for the knight in front on a 2.
Okay,
that is a
so
wound.
-2 on him, right? So they've got a 3 up, so a 5 up.
So it's -3.
-3. Okay, so 6 up. And then I've got my ward save because of the blessing of the lady.
That's right. Yeah.
Which is a strength is
5.
5. Okay, so I do have a 5 up then because it's strength 5. No, 1 is dead. I'm gonna. Which one do you want to remove? I'm gonna remove. Which one's the one? If you were a Knight Errant, which color would you want to be in that unit?
The black and white one.
Okay, so
he's not really colorful, is he?
I'm gonna kill you off then straight away, and that's it. He's dead. Perfect. So I believe that's your turn.
It is. So just a panic. Is it a panic test? No, it's not.
No, it's not.
So
no, you need to kill 3 on there.
That is my turn. 1 complete.
Nice. That was easy. Now. I'm still thinking about this, how stupid I was. So, competition time. Nicest, stupidest comments without being nasty wins 5 rainbow dice on the comment section. There we go. Make it nasty, but not that nasty. Just make it how stupid I am, yeah, basically. Okay, on to the Kingdom of Bretonnia. Turn 1. Coming up next. Bretonnia strategy phase, starting it all off. I will be casting an enhancement on the unit itself, and that is the Lady's Gift. Now, a +2 on this, but you can try to dispel because you are a level 3, meaning you are
level 3.
Yeah, level 3. So 24 inches to actually try and deny me with that. So here we go. That is a 6, 7, 8. So that is a pass. On the value of a 6-up regeneration, but go ahead, my friend. Try and deny.
So is this is on her own unit, isn't it?
Because, on her own unit, and that is a 6-up regeneration, not a 5-up. Because if I pass it on a 10 or more, it is a 5-up.
Okay, perfect. Let's go with my level 3.
And that is a pass. Perfect. Okay, so apart from that, I do have 2 units which are Perpetuous? Is it
Impetuous.
Yep,
yeah,
impetuous. Impetuous, right?
Impetuous.
Impetuous. So I need to roll, because if not, they need to charge of something that is in charge range. So on a 4+, they don't need to charge. and that is exactly what I want because I don't want to charge yet. So they're not charging, and then this unit on this side is basically the giants in the way. So again, I don't want to charge, and I'll explain why after this roll. So perfect. I'm holding back, and why I'm doing this is because throughout the tournament, I wasn't rushing my charges with my cavalry, and it worked really well. Then I played DC, wanting to beat him and get him into his 7th loss for the old world, but no, I rushed it. I put my cavalry in first before my main forces of my men-at-arms and stuff went in, and it didn't go very well. So I've learned from mistakes. That's how you learn. So I'm not sending my cavalry in yet. However, my Duke is going to go in as my warlord and showing off, leading the charge. Like in the movies, have you seen Braveheart and stuff?
I've seen Braveheart.
Yeah, basically, who goes first? William Wallace goes first. So the Duke charging in. Let's go. So 2d6. That is 4 plus 7, I believe, plus Swiss Stride.
Swiss Stride.
Which is 6. So he's definitely made it in. Perfect. So 1 charge in. Let's see how this goes. I don't know how it's going to go, but wish me luck.
I could flee, but yes. I'm obviously not going to flee.
Are you sure?
It's not the orc.
Are you sure?
I'm not going to flee.
Okay, come on. Perfect. Okay, so movement coming up next. Movement now finished, and on to the shooting phase we go. But I just want to mention a couple of things that I have done and why I have done. So I'm trying to flank with the Pegasus Knights. That's how they're really good at doing that. And then what I've done is with a Knight Errants, I've just marched up as quickly as possible, moving away from the giant and trying to get, in the later rounds, a decent flank in charge, or maybe through the back as well, which would be even better. So let's see how that goes. Now, on to shooting. We do have our 2 bowmen units. So first one is this one. Now, this one is firing at the Black Orc unit in the middle there, as you can see, just behind. So they're fully...
It's hard cover.
Hard cover.
Or full cover.
So it's a -2 to hit them.
Yeah.
And as well, I am more than half of my range.
Correct.
So it's a -3, which would take me to a 7 up.
7's the hit.
I didn't know this, but Chris told me that I need 6s and then followed by 4s. So if Chris is wrong, just tell him off. 6s followed by 4s. So that's 1 hit. Yeah. Strength 3, toughness 4.
Yeah.
Nothing. And then we have 7 shots from this unit firing into the Black Orcs just in front there. Hitting on 5s. And wounding on 5s. Nothing there. See? Nice and easy. How quick was that?
Simple.
Simple, see? And that's it. That's basically the end of my shooting phase. Only one combat, which is basically my Duke leading everything in. So let's get some dice ready and go straight into this one. Straight into the fight phase, and we are already issuing a challenge. So Chris has issued a challenge to myself. And he's got a great weapon on him, right, as well?
Well, no, so this is the champion of the unit. He's pushing aside the big boss.
Okay. And it's just the champion.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm striking first anyway.
Yeah.
Now, I have the virtue of... What's it called again? Virtue of... D3... It's D3 attacks. Virtue of the Knightly Templar. It's the most expensive one. Yeah. Extra attacks, D3, and hatred. Now, there's a big thing going online where people are saying that both the mount and the rider get extra D3 attacks. We're not doing it that way. We think it's not this way. Comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think about that. I do think that the unit does get hatred, but the extra D3 is personally for myself. It's not very clear, to be honest. So I'm not saying that people are getting it wrong because it's not clear, but basically I think that it's going to be played this way. Waiting for an FAQ. Let's see if Games Workshop hopefully clear it out. Now, I've got 5 attacks as a standard for being a Duke, and the extra D3 is the big 3, which is exactly what I wanted. Now, here we go. Weapon skill is 7. Your weapon skill is?
Is 4.
4. So I am hitting on 3s. I do thankfully have hatred. Okay, so that's all these hits. And then my strength is 5 plus 1 for my hand weapon. Strength 6. So your toughness is?
Toughness 4.
4. So choose. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at -1, amigo. How do you feel about that?
6 and -1. This is all right. This is just a champion. So 5 up saves.
That's not bad at all.
That's not bad. No,
that's
pretty
not
good.
bad at all. Okay, so he's dead, and 1 has spilt over. Now I can carry on, basically attacking.
Yeah,
because,
trample on his dead
it's
body.
a maximum of 5, right? I think it is.
Correct.
Maximum of 5. Okay, so we're going to go now with the Hippogryph itself, who has 3 attacks, weapon skill 5. So I'm hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits. My strength, my base strength is 5 on the Wicked Claws. So again, wounding on 3s.
3s.
And that is 2 more at -2, which goes straight. Do you save on the dead body? Yes, right? You do stay.
Yeah, so you still make your saves
6
to
ups.
see for overkill. So this is actually one of the controversies.
Yeah.
It doesn't exactly say when a challenge ends.
Okay.
Some people are saying the challenge ends when one model dies.
Yeah, it makes sense that if I'm carrying on attacking, it's basically still the combat, right?
Yeah. So we're playing it that the challenge lasts for the entire turn. You trample on the dead body, etc.
Okay.
All of the attacks through the initiative order happen in the challenge, even if the model's dead for the purposes of overkill.
Perfect.
So just -2 is this?
-2, yeah.
So 6 ups.
No, so that's an extra 2 on him. Yep.
Extra 2.
And then we've got the. Did I fail any of my hits? No, right? Because I've
No.
forgotten about hatred there. And then I've got my serrated more, which hits it on 3s. And then my strength is again 5, so 3s to wound. And that is no AP on this one, but multiple wounds of 2 if you fail it, which you fail it. So basically that gives me my max of 5 on the combat resolution. Yeah. Now it's your turn to strike back.
So
Mr. Green Man. I'm going to call you Green Man. The Green Lantern.
So you would normally do your stumps against the model as well, but because you've hit your cap,
it basically doesn't matter. Yeah.
So straight on the combat resolution.
Don't you attack with your champion?
No,
with your
champion's dead.
No, but your what do you call him? He's the special character.
My boss.
My boss.
No. So the once it's a challenge, it's just between them two.
Oh, because it doesn't matter. Okay,
this is the controversy of where it all ends and now who gets to attack.
Okay.
I don't think I get to attack.
Okay.
Some people will disagree.
Some people say that you still can attack, right?
Yeah. Some people say so. For example, your Duke. Killed my guy alone.
Yes.
So then some people are now saying that your Hippogryph would attack my unit.
Yeah.
And then the stumps go against
the problem is that other games like Horus Heresy, you can attack. So that's even more confusing because some games can. But again, something that isn't clear. But look, comments help us out in the algorithm. So if you want to comment below, let us know. I'm sure Chris or myself.
Flame me.
Yeah, Chris will answer you back very, very shortly for sure. Perfect. So we're both closed order, right?
We are. Yes.
So basically one more for me, and that's about it for me.
That's right.
But you do get some rank bonuses and other stuff as well. So
so two rank bonuses, 2 rank bonus,
and close order.
1 for close order, and 1 for a banner.
Perfect. So I win by 2 still.
So you win by 2. So I am stubborn on this unit.
And
so I will not take a test.
Okay.
And I will instead fall back in good order.
Perfect.
Are you going to pursue?
I will be pursuing because I want to carry on with the charge to get that hatred and that extra D3 attacks.
Cool.
Perfect. So
let's see how far I go back. 5.
That is a 5. Okay. And mine's 2d6, right?
Yeah, I think it's actually 3 because you've got Swift Strike.
Yeah.
But,
one more just in case, but I get you already there. Perfect. Okay. So we'll move that back. That finishes off the turn in general. So we'll catch you back for turn 2.
Turn 2.
Orcs and goblins. Not the goblins, just orcs.
Just orcs.
On to turn 2 for the orcs, and we're going to go into the strategic phase. We do have some psychic powers or spells. I need to say spells, not psychic powers. I'm not playing heresy. Okay, so what are you going to do?
So I'm going to try and prepare myself for the next turn. I'm going to cast Plague of Rust.
I don't like that.
Onto your units. That's -2 to their armor save.
Yeah, I was cast that. Chema with his beastmen cast that on me, which was very nice. Very good spell. Yeah.
So I need to see a 6 on these dice because I'm level 3. Do you have magic resistance?
I do. I think it's a minus
I think it's
2.
minus. Oh, is
I think
it?
it's a minus 2 on them. We'll double check that.
Let's roll and then
Yeah,
we'll
we'll double check.
So I get a 9, which will be cast anyway.
Yep, because it's 12 in total.
Yep.
But we do have a magic resistance. We will check. I will try and dispel with obviously the damsel itself, which I am. Am I within 18 now? Have you moved?
Yeah, you'll be within 18.
Okay, because I moved forward, didn't I? So that is a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So not enough. I need to check really quickly what the. Let's quickly check. I've got my mobile here. Apart from that, are you going to cast anything else?
No, I was considering casting Earthen Rampart on here. Yeah.
Let's see.
That's all of the magic.
Let's see if I can quickly check. So magic resistance minus 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that you've casted it on a 5, 6, 7. Is that a pass?
I've cast it on a 9
7,
plus
8, 9, 10.
Plus
on a
my
10.
3 minus my 2. So I've got a 10.
A 10, which is a pass, right? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So that's it.
Yeah. Are you? So we discussed this offline, didn't we? We're kind of doing this the wrong way round, but we had figured out that the big bosses and not just your war bosses have the Wa special rule. So what I'm going to do is I should do this technically before the magic.
Okay.
But he's going to call a Wa.
You're yellow carded for making a mistake. Next time you'll get a red card. Okay.
He does pass the leadership test.
Oh, nice. So double 1.
They have a Wa.
Okay. And the Wa, do you want to explain what the Wa does for those people that don't know what the Wa does?
Yeah, of course. So for him, his unit, it gives them +1 to combat resolution, and it also allows them, I think it's to reroll hit rolls of a 1.
Okay.
So it just makes them a little bit better in combat.
Lovely.
But yeah, I thought it was just a war boss, but it's all big bosses as well.
Nice, perfect. Yeah, because I think it was army-wide before when you called it, but now they've given it to the separate characters instead. Perfect. We're going to have some shooting, I think, or is there no?
I'll go into the rest of my movement and declaring charges, etc. in a minute when I figure it all out.
Okay, perfect. Let's give a couple of minutes to Mr. Chris, Mr. Greenman, and go from there. Okay, we're back, and we have already targeted our chargers. So the Savage Boys are frenzied, right? So they have to charge. So that was an easy, basically, decision by Chris. So they're charging into my Duke, right?
They are.
And then this unit is charging into my men-at-arms. Now, we wanted to point out that we were chatting off camera. A lot of things happen off camera. This is what we should put like a live stream about with the battle report itself. So something that we could have done here, which we're not fan of, is basically you've seen the what they call them, the line hammer. So do you want to basically show what we could have done? So what people are doing is as soon as you fall back in good order, you can reform, which is something that is quite silly because I can't reform. But suddenly you can do something like that, or even longer. Those models have 2 close combat weapons, right? So
some of them do.
Some of them. So it maxes out a lot. We're not fans of it. We are hoping there's a lot of like drama about it as well, a lot of videos, and right now it is something that you can do. Hopefully, Games Workshop again touch base. There is some big events already, maxing out to 10, right, per rank?
With 10.
10, which is good. I think we both agree with that. So again, comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think about the line hammer, because it is something that Chris could have done if he's naughty. I said that he could do it, but he said no, I don't like those things. So he's been nice to me, but I don't never trust an orc. Okay, so do you want to roll for charges?
Yeah, so let's roll for charges. So basically, I need a 2 maximum on here, so a double 1 won't make it.
Lovely.
They will get in.
Perfect.
So I'll keep that 3. And then here, this is almost an automatic in.
Lovely. Yeah, just their movement would get them in. He's not charging with a giant just yet. Again, something we've talked about is men-at-arms are very cheap and very good just because they have shield wall and stubborn. When you couple those 2 rules together, they're quite difficult to shift. Now, something that you want to do is charge with 1 unit at a time when they've used their once only shield wall and once only stubborn.
Do you know what? Actually, I also...
change of...
So my chariot, because it's a black orc model, I always forget about this, but it is impetuous.
Okay.
But to save the impetuosity thing, I will actually charge the chariot in as well.
Okay, perfect. So do you want to charge?
So let's roll the chariot in, and
Lovely.
He will be in.
He's definitely in, yep. Tight squeeze for there, but he is guaranteed to get into there as well. So 2 units getting in the men-at-arms. The bear is there. Important, the bear is there. You need to take down the bear. He's quite tough. So let's move everybody in and go into the movement phase. Coming right up. Okay, we're back. Movement now over, as you saw. Do you want to take us through? Because obviously people have seen, but it's always good to have a little chat about it all, especially if there's tactics involved.
Yeah. Well,
is there?
I mean, I don't really know.
You should have said
tactics
yes.
are involved.
You should have said yes.
Yeah,
okay.
of course,
Of course there is. Of course there is. Okay, so we want to start with the giants.
Yeah, I tell you what, we'll start with the giant. It decided not to charge in. It just went up the side of that unit and made its 90-degree pivot, ready to kind of set itself up for next turn.
Yeah, you did have to roll a leadership test, right? Because
I did.
Enemy units within 6, you need to.
I think it's 6. Yeah. But it's
basically
enemy sighted.
What is it called? Enemy sighted. There we go.
It's
if you
like
want to
a
march, you need to
block.
basically pass a leadership test. Perfect. Then over here,
We
you've used your magic carpet.
Well, see, it's not quite a magic carpet. He just kind of bangs those sticks together and teleports over.
Okay.
So he's lining up a lovely gaze of Gork through
the whole unit.
Through the whole unit.
Yeah.
Pressed up with my general's unit. In the middle, obviously the other two guys charged. The Savage Orcs charge into the side, but because of the skirmishing rules and having to kind of maximize and not create long lines,
Yep.
they look a little bit strange.
They're doing the conga line. I like it.
They're
With
doing
the
a
big
conga
spears at the back, ready to throw them forward. Lovely. Okay, and that's about it, right? Everything's it's going to be a massive blob of blood and chopping up here next turn because I'm charging in, they're charging in. I don't know if they'll be charging in, and then the giants come in just behind me, which I don't like. Okay, so shooting?
Yeah, let's go straight into shooting because I only have the one shooting item.
Yep.
So for those of you who don't know, Pardo told me we were playing a narrative game. I didn't bring any war machines at all. Then
So we were going to do a narrative game, but we're going to record it next week. We're going to start with a narrative game next week. So yeah, this is why the problem is. So what we're doing?
So I'm going to cast Gaze of Gork from my Shaman. So you're just outside of your 18.
Perfect.
For Dispel. So let's see if I get it. I miscast.
And it's a miscast. It's a double one. I love this game. I love this game. Okay, so what are you going to roll?
I had it lined up perfectly.
I know.
5 knights.
And a miscast is a miscast. It doesn't even happen, right? On a double 6, it does happen, I think.
It might happen. I'll have to have a little look at the chart.
I think it's 1d6, isn't it?
So it's 2d6. So I think
I've got, look, there's a little in the tray itself. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking.
So miscast table. So spell is cast as if it's rolled a double 6.
Yeah.
Friendly wizards can't cast any more this turn.
Okay, so it's great.
So
it's actually happened. It's actually a good thing. Yeah.
I kind of missed the days that miscast was like
terribly
bad for you.
Massive explosion of magic. Okay, so it does happen.
It does happen.
Back to being happy.
So little line straight from him, 5d6 inches. I think it gets all 4.
Definitely does. You did roll a lot of ones though.
I did.
Okay, so it gets all 4. Strength is
5.
5. Okay.
And it's AP.
Toughness 3. So choose to wound.
So it's 3 wounds.
AP 3.
AP 3.
I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I shouldn't have that dice. There we go. Yeah, that's my microwave dice. See, can't use it right now. Okay, so -3 is a 6-up. Nothing. Followed by 5 ups because of the strength 5. Okay, so 2 more are perished. So I'm going to choose him and him. My football club colors, Barcelona, see? Now I do have to take a leadership test because basically more than 25% have perished. Yeah. So take it really quickly. 4, 5, that's a pass. And that is it. I think that's your shooting, right? So into combat, which is going to be a lot of combat, as you can see. So let's get some dice ready and go straight into this. Into combat we go, and we'll be starting with basically the chariot, right? Smashing into my lines.
Chariot.
Let's do this.
Impacted.
Roll
D6,
away.
D6 plus 1.
It's a 1. Oh, so
that's not too bad.
That's not bad. I won't complain. Yeah.
So,
okay. Strength.
So this is strength 5.
Okay. Toughness 3. To choose to wound.
And this is -2.
-2. Okay. So I've got light armor and a shield, so basically goes straight through. So I'm just going to mark it up like this, if you don't mind, and then we'll take off the deaths. Okay, so next up Is it
4? That was 4.
Ah, 4.
Yeah.
4. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm cheating already. Tried it. See, you caught me. Okay, there we go.
And then what we'll do is we go on to my. Technically, we do this in initiative order, but I'm just going to do all the
Yes,
attacks
I don't
model by
mind.
model.
Yeah, my initiative is 3, so I can wait to the very, very end.
Cool. So the 2 boars
Okay.
will hit on 3s. They are strength 4 on the charge, and this will be at -1. So that's 2 wounds at -1.
Okay, so 6 ups. Pass 1. So it's 5 dead for now. There we
And
go.
then the attacks from the riders on top
Okay.
will hit on 3s, because your weapon skill 2.
Yes, sir.
And they are strength 4 on the charge with a cavalry spear.
Ooh, no
and this
wounds,
is-
right? Oh, and strength 4, so 1 wound, right?
1 wound at -1.
-1. Okay, so again, 6 up. Nope, so it takes up to 6 dead men-at-arms. Okay, then we follow up. We move on to the Black Orc units. Now you will be putting some unit attacks into the monk itself, right?
I will. So my Black Orc big boss is in base contact with your monk.
Yep.
And I want to get rid of that stubborn.
Okay.
So I'm going to put all of my attacks
Into him.
So he
Perfect.
gets +1 for the furious charge.
Okay.
So I'm hitting on.
Yeah,
I
weapon
might be
skill.
hitting on 2s now.
Weapon skill 2.
Your weapon skill 2. So I should be hitting on 2s.
1 miss.
And
Strength is very high, so 3's to 1 probably, right? Or maybe even 2's.
so I am strength 4, I believe.
Okay, so my toughness is 3. Just check if you're strength 5, just in case.
I am strength. Oh, we're doing it live, so there's no pressure. I'm strength 4.
Okay, so 2 wounds. Minus?
So it's -1 because of the chopper rule.
Okay, perfect. So 6 ups on him. Let's see if we can pass him. That's that's a double 6, my friend. I was like, it's probably going to die, but yes.
Surely there's a rule in here somewhere.
There must be something else.
Oh.
Wow. I was like, nice. Okay, we're back, and all my celebrations have gone out the window because apparently, never trust an orc, like I said, so we need to make sure, we'll check the rules. Check the rules, guys, check the rules. You can reroll 1s to hit with the chopper rule, is it?
No, so it's because I called a WA.
Okay, your
on
units
this
can
unit.
reroll 1s. So you're still needing 3s to hit. No, 2s to hit. 2s to hit.
2s to hit.
That's a hit.
3 hits.
And now you do need to wound.
I do need to wound, so it's 3s to wound.
Yes, sir.
But I reroll 1s to wound.
Okay, so that's a wound. Now, could it be a 666 scenario? I want it to be a 666.
I need him dead. I need him dead. Yeah.
For the... No, he's dead. Okay, so no stubborn, my friends. But shield wall is there. A little tombstone. He deserves it. Like in the first 2 smashes from the big weapon, he basically did the Matrix and then got smashed in the head with the 3rd swipe. Okay, so more attacks coming in hot.
Yep.
What else are we hitting with?
So I've got 2 normal orcs. Even though they've got additional hand weapons, they are out of base contact.
Yep, so it's just 1 attack each.
1 attack each. That's 2 hits, and they're strength 4 as well, so 3s to wound, rerolling 1s.
Lovely.
And this is at -1 AP.
-1, so I do get 6s again, which I don't pass, so that is now, the tally is up to 8 on there.
And now I have 3 Black Orcs with great weapons, one of which is the champion, so he will get his normal 2 attacks plus Furious Charge.
Lovely.
This little one in base contact gets 1 attack plus Furious Charge.
Lovely.
The poor guy, right out here, facing down the knights, he'll only get 1 attack.
Okay.
So these are with greater weapons.
Lovely.
Hits on 3s, so drop 2.
Okay, and it's not full reroll, right? It's just reroll of 1s for the war, right?
Just reroll of 1s, yeah. And I do, because of the chopper rule,
reroll 1s to
reroll
wound.
1s because they did charge.
Okay, so that is 4 -2s, right?
Yeah, 2 -2s and 2 -3s.
Okay, they go straight, so that's an extra. So that's 12 in total, plus the yeoman, basically, plus not the yeoman, plus the Grail Monk removed. I do fight with my yeoman, because it counts as a champion, and basically, now I count as 2 ranks, but obviously just for you new people, he's killed more than that, more than 2 ranks anyway, so it's just my yeoman attacking. He's got 2 attacks, his weapon skill is 2, so I'm hitting on 4s. That is 1 hit. Come on, make them bleed. I just want to kill 1 of them. My strength is 3, or toughness is 4, so I need a 5, which I don't get. Okay, perfect. So that is the end of that. You've won by a lot. Let's count up. You've killed 13. We both have banners. So that is basically 14 for you. Let's count my side. It's going to be much easier. Okay. And you do have 3 extra bonuses, right? Three extra lines.
It's rather strange for me because I've got 13.
Yes.
This is a pretty efficient unit when it comes to combat resolution. Yes. Because I also have my 2 ranks.
Okay.
I also have close order.
Yes. 2 closed order, because we forget about that. You add for every closed order.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the one for the chariot as well. But they have a banner.
Okay.
They have a battle standard bearer.
Okay.
They called a Wa.
Okay.
They have the war banner.
Okay.
And they have the big red raggedy flag.
Do you need more dice? No, you don't. Okay, so basically, is it double 1 a pass still in this game?
Yeah.
Okay, apart from that, I'm just going to quickly read, because stubborn is as soon as he loses it's gone, right?
I believe so.
Okay, we'll check that anyway. But I do have shield wall, which is once per game during a turn in which it was charged, a unit with a special rule that is arrayed in a closed order formation and that is equipped with and chooses to use the shields may give ground rather than fall back in good order. So I'm going to roll anyway, just in case I get a double 1, which I don't. So instead, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have gone over my leadership. We'll double check this. Because I do count for my leadership for ranks I have for this unit.
However, the chariot has first charge,
which ignores
rank
the rank bonuses.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they are basically fleeing then.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so it's definitely fleeing, right? So we can roll then. We just go for it.
We can, because I'll have over
because
double.
The only thing I want to check is just in case stubborn is in the units in the first round of combat, even if he dies. So we check that just in case. Okay, we're back. We check stubborn, and no, it is basically celebrations on his side now. Okay, so I lost combat resolution by what was it? It was
so
20...
you got 2.
Yay!
You got 2.
Peace.
I got 22.
22. So you won by 20. Nearly there. It was close.
Yeah.
It was close. Now, if that monk would have survived, it would have been very different, because I would have had shield wall and stubborn. Shield wall allows me to go from fall back in good order to giving ground only. But I failed basically by a lot. I rolled a 9. Okay, now you said your chariot has first charge.
It has first charge, so that's why you got no rank bonuses.
My rank bonus, which I wouldn't have anyway. I would have got +1 to my leadership only. But my bear's still there. Now, fleeing. Right? I roll 2d6 and run back.
And I'm going to hold with my black orcs to reform.
5, 6, 7. Do you need to roll for that? Yes.
I do, yeah. So first I will chase. Actually, I'll do the restrain first.
Restrain from them, yeah.
So they have passed. They can reform.
Okay, perfect.
And the chariot
You're going to try and turn.
So let's see if I can beat a 7.
Whoa, massively. They just... Oh, you killed the bear.
I killed the bear.
Listen, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
That's like my pets. That's like the SN pets. I hate you now.
Yeah, but I like pigs.
Okay, so we finally got that route. Let's get some dice ready. Obviously, move the chariot forward, and then we're going to go onto this side of the battlefield and see what happens. Revenge is near. We're back, dice at hand, and we are ready. Now, we do have some impact hits at initiative 10 from that massive toothpick.
From the toothpick.
Yeah, to the toothpick.
A giant toothpick.
Giant toothpick. It's basically a toothpick for us. They're bringing it to us. So, 2 impact hits, okay.
So these are strength users, so strength 4, because these guys are big uns.
Lovely.
Strength 4, that is 1. And that is...
Does it have armor being?
Actually, yes, it has armor being as well, because they are big uns.
Lovely. So AP 3 in total, I guess?
So... AP 1 because chopper.
Okay.
And then armor being 1.
1. Okay. So minus 2
to your armor save.
Perfect. So I've got a 4 up, which I pass. That was easy. See?
That was.
Okay. So now I strike back at initiative 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it was. I think my initiative was 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. And again, I've charged. So hatred and extra D3 attacks is the big 3 again. That is exactly what I like. So 5 attacks from him plus an extra 3. I'm going to get them from this pool. And I'm actually going to go into your Black Orcs and not my Savage. I know they're easier to kill. The Savage Orcs are easier to kill, but the your weapons on the other side are much more brutal to going through my armor. So here we go. My weapon skill is 7, hitting on 3s with hatred.
Ooh, look at that.
All hit. And then my strength is 6. The toughness is 4.
Toughness is
so
4.
2 to wound. There we go. And Armor Bane, I don't think I have Armor Bane. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6 wounds at -1 for now.
-1. So 5 up armor save.
Okay.
So not as good this time.
No. So 5 dead already.
5 of them go
I'm going to carry on attacking if you don't mind, my friend.
No
Hippogryph going in at weapon skill 5. Your weapon skill was 4 still. So 3s with an extra roll for hatred. And then my strength is 5. So 3s to wound. 1 more at AP2.
1 more at AB2. So that's a 6 up save. Nope,
Nope,
that's another
so
one.
that's another one, which is good because I take off an extra rank there.
Yes, you
And
do.
then lastly, I'm going to do my Serrated more, which hits on 3s, which is a hit, and wounds on a 4. No AP on this.
4 up save.
There we go. That's the one you wanted before. Okay, perfect. Obviously, I've got Stomp Attacks, which are initiative 1, so it's all yours now.
Okay.
Your orcs, your black orcs don't attack now?
No, so just the big boss would do, but he's got great weapons, so initiative 1.
Perfect.
So I'll go for the
Savage orcs.
Savage Orcs first. So
Okay.
the champions in the unit, he's got 2 attacks normally. He's frenzied, and then the musician.
Lovely.
The 2 from the back because they have throwing spears,
Okay.
not thrusting spears.
Yep.
Um,
Is Frenzied an extra attack as well?
it is, but because they're behind, they're not in base-to-base contact.
Nothing
supporting
happens.
attacks, just
Okay.
maximum 1 attack. So let's.
Weapon skill
Weapon skill is at 3, I believe.
3, so I'm 7, so you're needing 5s to hit then. Double +1, right?
There we go. Double +1, yep.
Yep.
And strength 4. But with the chopper rule.
Yes,
you get
we
to
roll
reroll.
ones. And you wounded. Is that an extra AP or Armor Bane?
It is.
Or just
it is
minus
indeed.
1? It
Yeah.
is? It's -2 then?
It's -2.
Okay, so a 4 up here. And it's a pass.
After all that.
After all that. Okay, so now we have an initiative 1. You're the guest again. I'm going to allow you to strike first at initiative 1.
Thank you, dear sir.
I'm trying to be nice. I've killed a lot of Black Orcs. I'm trying to be nice.
So I'm just gonna check his weapon skill. His weapon skill is 6.
6. I'm 7, so you're still hitting on 4s.
So hits on 4s.
2 hits.
2 hits. And he is strength 6.
Okay, my toughness is 5.
So 3s. That is 2 wounds.
2
at
wounds.
-2.
Okay, -2. So 4 ups here. Re-rolling ones because of my armor. And that's a wound going through. Now, I do have a ward save of a, what strength was that?
So that's strength 6.
Strength 6, so a 5-up ward save here from the blessing. Oh, that's a 4. I saw the 6.
Ugh.
So he does get wounded. He has a total of 4, 5, 6, 7, so he's down to 6 wounds remaining. But that was a good wound to deal. Yeah. 1 more to combat resolution. Now, stomp attacks, going back. I'm gonna carry on going into the unit of Black Orcs.
Okay.
D3, I think it is. Let's quickly check. Quite sure it's D3.
Yeah, it should be
Stomp, Virtue, Grail, Terror, Swift, D3, yeah. So it's 2 attacks, hitting on with Hatred. That's 2 hits.
Oh, so with stumps, it's automatic hits.
Oh, it's automatic hit, so that's 2. Shall we use them for wounds then? I'll re-roll because I'll just make it easier. So strength is 5, so that's 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Armor Bane, right? On stomp attacks? I
Yeah,
think?
you got armor bane.
No, I don't.
Yeah. So if it's a monster or
It gets the
gets a -2.
-2. He doesn't have anything.
Okay. 4 up saves.
1 more is perished.
Look at that.
Okay. So on to combat resolution, my friend. You have lost 3, 6, 7 Black Orcs. I've lost 1. So let's make it simple. 6 with the wounds on each side. I am closed order, taking me to 1. You have 2 closed orders.
No, so I've got 1 close order.
They're not closed
Because
order?
these are skirmishers.
Okay, so we keep it at 6 because we minus each on each side. You do have an extra rank.
I've got a rank, yep.
Okay, so down to 5.
And I've got a banner.
And a banner down to 4. So That's it, right?
And I just need to double check. I might get the point for a flank, but I know that I don't disrupt.
Okay, but you still.
But I think I get the
think
point.
you do. Yeah, so you're
I think I
flanking.
get the
So
point for it.
down to 3. So I still win combat by 3.
By 3.
So all yours. You don't have stubborn anymore. You used it already. How does that feel? Huh? How does that feel? Okay, so do you want to roll?
Yeah, so let's roll. All right, for
What's your leadership? Yeah.
the leadership of the Black Orc Big Boss is 8. However, am I within 12? I am within 12 of my general.
Okay.
I'm not within 12 of my general
Savage
for the
Orcs.
Savage Orcs. So
Okay.
it will be a 9 for these. Now I've lost by, what did we say, 4?
By 4. Yes, sir.
So,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So I will stay, but they will fall back in good order.
Okay.
And-
Because his was 9, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And
I do have fear, though. I do have fear, which makes you -1. So you failed that, right?
oh, you mean terror?
Terror, yes.
Yeah. So you've got terror. So no, because my leadership would
It's
have
still-
been
it's still
9, so
9,
still
okay.
fall back in good order.
Perfect.
What I should have done really was done a fear test, but
Doesn't really matter, right?
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But for my Savage Orcs,
Yes, your leadership is really low, isn't it?
yeah, I think it's like 5 or 6. It's probably about 6.
Okay.
So once we get through all of the pages of characters in the orc list, it's 7. All right,
Okay.
7. That's all right. So it's down to 6 because
Okay.
you cast or you cause terror. No, so they will actually flee.
Flee. Now, what happens now? Can I choose who I'm cutting down, or can I flee them because they go directly towards your table edge? Do they, or from my model?
They will go from.
Now, can I cut them down?
You could. Yeah.
Okay.
To my understanding, you
what-
get a choice.
Listen, what I'm going to do to make it easier for everybody, even the people watching, I'm going to let them flee because I can charge them with the Pegasus Knights
You can.
next turn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and carry on moving into those orcs there.
Yeah.
So plus Swift Stride, we're basically back into combat.
We'll go 5.
5 inches, perfectly. So charging in again, which is exactly what I want. I've been getting a lot of extra attacks. D3, having those tasty 3 constantly does do the damage. And we'll move everything in or back, fleeing from them. And then basically it's on to my turn, isn't it? Yeah. Turn to Bretonnia coming up next. Turn to Kingdom of Bretonnia. Quite an important turn. Very tactical turn. I need to start killing things, like I'm doing over there. He's doing everything by himself. The rest have to now put their socks up, pull their socks up. Okay, so we're going to go into the strategic phase. I'm going to go with the Lady's Gift. Even though I do have a 6-up regeneration, I do want the 5-up by casting it on a 10 or more. So I'm going to try it off.
Okay.
Here we go. 6, 7, 8, 9. Didn't do it. So you can, are you? Yeah, you are within 24.
Yeah.
So you can try and deny it.
Yeah, I'll try and deny it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9. So you do deny it. You do deny it. That's not very nice because that means that I don't have the Lady's Gift anymore on him. Oh, I don't think I had it, though. You denied it last time as well. That is the end of Psychic Powers. Charges, I will be charging with this unit into this BSB unit. I will be charging my Pegasus Knights into your fleeing Savage Orcs.
Yeah.
And I will be charging my Knight Errants. I need to, actually. I'm not going to roll, right? I don't need to roll to see if they have to charge because I want to charge with, what was it called again? That rule. Impetuous. Because I do want to charge anyway. And apart from that, I can't charge on this side because my arc isn't in fight. So that's it. That's basically my charges. So charge.
I will hold.
Hold. That's how I like it. There we go. +1 for Swift Stride. So they'll move in. And then I do need quite a long. Can you actually check I am within charge range? Because their movement is 8. Plus, obviously, 6 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 is their charge range. Am I within 17?
It is 17.
Okay.
Yeah, 16 and a half inches.
So I will try and do it then. So 2d6 is the 6. So that is, and basically Swift Stride, I need a tasty one. That is a 4. So 6, 4, and 8 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 18. Yeah, made it in.
So,
Lovely.
Wow, my guys have to continue to flee.
Okay.
So they will be going 10 inches.
Okay.
Are your Pegasus Knights also?
I said they would charge. So how does that happen? Do you move and then I try and charge?
Effectively, yeah. So I would move my guys,
Even
and
more?
then you would charge. I just want to figure out from the rule book.
If
so
you
we'll probably
go
cut it in a second.
closest to the table edge at this point, or because there's no, when you normally flee from the unit that's made you flee, but now there's no unit that's made you flee. So, okay, let's check that and come back in a couple of seconds. Okay, we're back, and I actually went to the toilet because I left Chris to dwell into the book, and I've come back. He's very stressed. It's stressful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's stressful.
Okay.
No, so what's happened here is you've declared a charge with obviously your knights and your Pegasus Knights.
Yep.
I will flee again because I'm already fleeing. I thought that was the case, but trying to find it in the rulebook is quite difficult.
Yeah, 3 different parts, right?
Yeah, it's in multiple different parts. So normally there's one section that says you continue fleeing along the path that you were originally fleeing on.
Yep.
In a different section, it says the result of an enemy action and a charge. So these guys will now flee from the highest unit, strength unit.
Yep, which is the
will
Pegasus.
be the Pegasus Knights.
Okay.
So they're actually going, and I rolled it up, they'll be going 10 inches in this direction.
Okay.
And what this means is once I move them, it's going to be a field charge for your knights.
Yes, I do move, right, though, with them?
But you will move your highest dice roll plus your
My Swift Stride.
So we'll
If I
check
want, I don't need to use Swift Stride.
Yeah.
Okay. Apart from that, I need to charge here as well, right? Because they have, they move 10, and they can get 6, 8, so 16, 17, 18, 19. Are you more than 19 inches away? Because if you are, I just can't even charge.
So I am 22 inches away.
Okay, so I can't charge. So what happens now?
It'll be a field charge.
So
you still roll your dice.
Okay, and just move that movement.
And just move that.
Okay, we're going to do it this way, but probably you wouldn't. You would have just moved basically and just get some more. So get the highest one. I can re-roll this. They don't have finest horses, I don't think. So it's basically a 2 plus their movement, right?
I would use your Swift Stride. No, because you'll just go forward 2.
Oh, yes, true. So 1 more. That's another 3. One. Okay, perfect. So let's move everything in, get everything proper, and go on to the movement phase coming up next. Okay, we're back, and movement now over. Shooting, we shall be going into some archers. Now, a -3 again, because they have moved. There's skirmish, and they are more than half. There's too many. We've been talking off camera again. Too many modifiers for shooting. Shooting is a bit like lackluster. I might even drop the bowmen and just put more men-at-arms or more cavalry, just because I'm so lackluster. Too many modifiers. There should maybe be a max of -2 modifier, something like that, restriction like that. So 5 of them firing. I've moved, so there's no more ranks being able to fire. Hitting on 6s and then followed by 4s.
Yeah.
That's the 1, and then followed by 4 up. Nothing there. And then rinse and repeat there, I think, right? Followed hitting on 6s. Sorry, I need to... all have failed anyway. I was going to say I only can see with 4. So that's the end of my shooting. And that's about it, guys. We're going to go straight into combat again and finish off my turn 2. Straight into combat, starting off with the Mounted Knights of the Realm. And my weapon skill is 4. Your weapon skill is 4.
My weapon skill, which I forgot in the first turn, my weapon skill is 5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What did you forgetting on with that combat over there?
Yeah, I think I would have... No,
it wouldn't have made a difference.
It's because they've got the big red raggedy flag.
Okay.
Against men-at-arms.
They're dead.
Doesn't really
matter. Okay, perfect. So I'm hitting on 4s then with these. And there we go. 1 hit, and then +2 strength. So my strength is 5 here. So 3s to wound. And that is a 1. There we go. Okay, then we move on to... I have to cast this assailant, right?
Yes.
Before that. So let's do that assailant. That is a 5, 6, 7. That's not a cast. But I can attack with the Damsel, which hits on a weapon skill of 3, which is a hit. And strength 3. Cool. Is a wound. There we go.
Look at that.
I'll take this dice back. Thank you very
So
much.
4+ armor save.
That's a pass there. And then I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Warhorses. So 3, 4, 5. The Warhorses are weapon skill 3. So I'm hitting still on 4s. The horses always do better. The Warhorses are strength 3, same as the knights themselves. So I need 5s still. No, toughness. Yeah, I need 5s to wound. Nothing.
Wow.
Ouch.
Wow.
Ouch. Okay. Nothing I can do. I can only cry, but I don't really want to cry right now. So your turn, sir.
Okay. My big boss, Black Orc Big Boss Battle Standard Bearer, he attack first.
Okay.
He's in base-to-base contact with your Damsel.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I don't know if she can move to the back. I think there's something that she can do, but I think it's just in the lance formation. We'll check it later. So.
You sure you want to check it later?
You
want to check it now?
Yeah, I'll quickly check. Give me a second. Okay, we're back and we checked the shield of the lady. Now it says at any time. So from our point of view, it means that she can attack and then go basically back and do all her jazz. So again, if we have missed something, comment in the comment section. But she's now at the back, and basically that's it. Still haven't done any wounds. Hasn't changed much.
She runs in.
She runs and basically slaps people and goes back. Okay. Terrible from my behalf. You now have the opportunity to do some damage, my friend.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So let's go with Black Orc Big Boss Battle Standard Bearer.
Okay.
So 3 attacks from him. He hits twice. He's weapon skill 7, but I think you're 4 on your knights.
4 on my knights, yes.
So he is strength 4. That is 1 wound. No AP.
No AP, so but a -2 on. I need to keep that.
-2 from Plague of Rust.
Yes, so I have a 3, 4, 5 up, and that's a pass.
You get it.
Okay, and then the rest of your attacks, my friend.
Yeah. So I've got 4 attacks from 2 Black Orcs that have 2 additional hand weapons.
Okay.
So 3's hit because
yes,
I'm
weapon skill 5. Yeah, remember this time.
Strength 4. So just
roll
one.
Ones to.
They don't. So that's only if I charge.
Okay, so just 1 minus.
So no more minuses.
Okay, so 5 up. Followed by what's your strength?
4.
4. So followed by 6 up. No, so 1 is perished. Let's take Mr. Yellow Horse off. There we go.
And then we have 3 Black Orcs with great weapons.
That's initiative 1, right?
At initiative 1. So 3 hits. It's not what you want to see, Mr. Pardo.
Plus 2 strength, right?
Plus 2 strength. So these guys are strength 6. Of course, I do get 1.
So
However,
2 with an extra -2, right? So that's a -4.
So there's an extra -3 on this one because of armor being.
Okay.
And this one is an additional -2. So in total,
Minus
this one
4,
is
minus
-5.
Okay.
This one's at -4.
Okay, guess what? I don't have any armor saves, but I do have the lady's gift. No, sorry, the lady's gift. No, the blessing of the lady.
Blessing.
So strength is 5 though, right? Higher than
Strength
5.
6.
So I do have 5 ups here, which I fail both. Okay, so you're dead, and these bases are nice. They don't get stuck. They're easy to remove. Okay, so that is 3 pretty horses removed in total. Yeah, not the best of fighting abilities from my knights. Okay, so that is the end of this combat. I have done no wounds. You have done a total of 3 in total. There we go. Closed order on either side cancels it out. I do have a banner on either side, which cancels it out. I do have the war banner, which you have the BSP, which cancels each other out. And I did get first charge, so you don't get any benefits from. So you win by 3.
Well, I've also got more.
Ooh.
So
okay, let's see.
So I also have the war banner on that unit.
You also have the war banner.
Yep,
okay, so
so
that
4.
goes up to 4.
I also have the big red raggedy flag, which is another one.
Okay, so you've got 2 banners. Okay.
And the WA still counts until the start of my next turn.
Okay, so that gives you an extra 1 to combat resolution?
Gives me an extra 1 as well.
That's not very nice. So that means that I am at a -6. Ouch. Okay, so let's roll, I guess. Let's see what happens. 4, that is an 8. My leadership is 8, which is pretty good because it means I'm not fleeing, but I fall back in good order.
You do. Your total unit strength there is what, 14?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, yes.
14, and my unit strength is 24, so it's not quite enough to be over double.
Nearly. Yeah. Okay, so 2d6, right, and choose the highest?
Correct,
I can swift stride. if I'm not mistaken.
I don't believe you can on a fallback in good order.
Okay, I'll roll just in case, and we'll check off camera. That would be an extra 4. So it's 6 inches.
6 inches. So I'm going to. Oh, will I? Will I? Yes, I'll follow up.
Okay.
It is my turn next. But,
Yes.
Yeah, I'll follow. Or
Okay,
pursue,
so
rather.
basically, you're definitely in. I'm quickly going to check Swift Stride now that I've got here. So a unit with a special rule increases maximum possible charge by 3, and then it makes a charge, flee, or pursuit roll. Apply a d6 modifier, so it doesn't work for this. Perfect. Okay, so we're still in combat. We'll move these guys in or back. There's going to be a little bit of a mess here. We'll have to check that out. But again, let's get some dice ready and go into my Duke in combat. Okay, here we go. Duke time. 5 attacks plus the extra d3. Is the big 3 again. This is what I like to see. I'm hitting on, my weapon skill is 7, your weapon skill is 5. I'm hitting on 3s. I'm hatred again because it's a new charge. So that's all hits.
Full house again.
And then my strength is 6. Your toughness is 4, isn't it?
My toughness is 4, yeah.
2s. Remove these. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at -1.
6. He's getting 6 wins every
Yes,
time.
he
Isn't
does. He is.
Yeah. So just to clarify, these are weapon skill 4. The only reason the big guys are weapon skill 5 is because of the big red raggedy.
Okay, perfect. So it's quite easy.
So these are at -1.
Yes, -1. My friend.
So 5 up. Show me a good roll. That is not what I wanted.
Okay, so that is 5 dead. Let me carry on attacking with my Hippogryph now. So 3 attacks, hitting on 3s with rerolls. All hits, and then strength 5, so 3s again, and that is 2 at -2.
2 at -2. Show me double 6. I get 1. I get 1.
Not bad.
So that is 6 wins so
Okay,
far.
then I've got my Serrated Maw, which is a hit with my weapon skill of 5, and a wound with my strength of 5. No minus on this.
No -4 plus.
No.
That's another one down.
Yep. It is multiple wounds too, which doesn't make a bit of a difference. And then that's it. You don't strike back, right? No, you do have your champion there.
So, yeah, correct, actually. Yep. So I've got my champion, which is got 3 attacks, and I've got my big boss.
Oh, that's very true.
Yeah. So my champion has 3 attacks because he's got the additional hand weapon.
Okay. And hitting on 4s, yeah.
2 hits. I'm strength 4. You're toughness 6, aren't you?
I'm toughness 5.
Toughness 5. So 5's to wound. I do get 1, but this is got no AP.
No AP on them. Okay. So 2 up, which is a pass. And then you've got your big boss.
And then finally, my big boss hits on that. So that's quite good. He is strength 6, though, so 3's to wound. Okay, so that's good. So these are at -2.
Okay.
And this one's at -3.
Ooh, nice, tasty. So -2, 4 ups. Both go through, can't reroll ones. And then a -3, which is a pass. So 2 extra wounds dealt on him.
What about your blessing? You get your blessing?
Oh, yes, I do get my blessing, which I constantly forget, and people get angry and comment about it. So what was the strength of these? I just missed. Strength 6, right?
Yes.
So 5 ups. No, still both gone through. So he's down to 4 wounds remaining. I do have my stomp attacks now to go. T3 is just 1 and doesn't wound. There we go. So you've lost 6.
So I lost 7.
7 total. -2 to that because you've done 2 wounds to me. That counts to 5. We both have close to order, which takes each other out.
Yep.
So you're down to 5. You've got a banner.
I got a banner.
Which I don't. So down to 4. Do you have any ranks?
No, I won't have any ranks when I take these.
Okay, because you haven't
7
taken them off. Okay, so you've lost by 4, and you did need to do a fear test, right? Because we're constantly forgetting about this.
Correct.
Which what does the fear does to?
So it would mean that I effectively -1 to hit you. So I will take the test now, but it wouldn't have. It would have been fine.
Perfect.
Yeah, it would have
Okay,
been fine.
just for you guys to know. Constantly forget. I am sorry. And okay, so you need to do a leadership test, right?
Leadership
With
test,
a -1 from Terra.
Oh yes, exactly. So he's leadership 8. I've lost this combat by 4.
Yes.
So he's down to 7. I'm
Yes.
just going to see if I'm within live on camera. See if I'm within 12 of the general. I am within 12 of the general.
Perfect.
So that would be leadership 9.
Okay.
So let's see.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so they
you
will
fall back,
fall back.
in good order. Okay, do you want to roll that on camera?
Yeah, I'll roll that on camera. So I go 5.
5 inches. I will carry on pursuing there. So it's 2d6 plus Swiss Stride, right?
Correct.
I can re-roll, I think, I know, no fine horses. Swiss Ride 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8. So I do, luckily because of Swiss Ride and the Pursue, I do actually get into combat again. Once more into the breach, dear friends. That is my turn 2 finished. Turn 3 for the Orcs, not the Goblins, coming up next. Turn 3, Orcs, not Goblins. Yeah, we've got some command phase, strategic phase command things.
do,
Buffs. Wow, more was.
We're going to turn the big bosses out.
He's ready for this.
So 1990s.
Okay, where's your skateboard? Okay, what are you doing?
So I'm going to call it Wah
Yep.
here. He's probably about to die quite soon.
Yes.
So leadership test.
Okay,
He passes.
lovely.
So a Wah is on his unit.
Okay.
That'll give them a pip of combat resolution.
And
reroll
ones to hit. Perfect.
I'm also going to call a Wah
On that one.
with my war boss.
And you
on
can do
his-
it more than once. Didn't they do it already? No, it was just them that did it?
Just that unit. So it's
Okay.
once per game, but each of the characters have it.
Perfect.
So he will test on his leadership of 9. That's cocked. But even if I get a 6, I'll
5,
pass
6,
it.
7, 8. Perfect.
So a couple of Wahs
Okay.
have gone off. We were just discussing off camera that my shaman is now out of. He can't see your units to cast.
No, no. because
Plague of Rust.
You need to.
That's a sigh.
Do you need to see them? Do you need to see them?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it needs to be within your arc. I'm going to make it like that. In a way.
I think it needs to be within your arc. But doesn't he have a 360? But obviously, do you mean because of that, right?
Impossible.
Okay, perfect.
Impossible.
Okay, if we're wrong, again, more comments helps us out with the algorithm.
I
don't think so.
It shouldn't matter too much here.
Okay, so no spells. So it's straight on to some movement.
Rally fleeing troops.
Oh, rallying fleeing troops. Yeah, we forget about that.
So they do have a musician. So
Okay.
this is +1, and they do have the boss still in there. So
Okay.
they will be rallying on a leadership of 8. So they
5,
do.
6. Perfect. Roll
Now,
one.
interestingly, they're not so frenzied anymore.
No, because they lose frenzy for falling back. And you can't do anything this turn, right? They just like stay there. Or can they move?
So I'd need to read up the rules. I'm not really going to move them anyway.
Okay.
But
Just
I
wait
think
for the
that's,
charge, right?
I think that's them. If they had any casters, they could probably cast. If they had bows, I think they can shoot.
Okay.
But I'd need
With
to
modifiers for
double check.
sure, because everything has modifiers when you're shooting. Perfect. So on to movement coming up next. Okay, we're back, more strategic phase, and basically charges, right? So this big unit is charging the pilgrims.
Yes.
So basically they can't fail, so they'll be moving up. Now, the giant is charging the flank of these knights here. Do you want to roll? Because you could fail, right?
Yeah,
What's your movement?
Do you want to take a terror test first?
Do I have to?
To be honest, actually, so this is something I don't think you need to do this. You would only flee from this if you failed the test, if you could normally and naturally flee as a
Okay.
charge reaction, and you can't because you're engaged in combat. So it doesn't.
I'll roll anyway. There we go, passed. Makes things easier. And the charge is a 3 plus, I don't know what its movement is. So
6, I believe.
6, okay, perfect. So we'll move them in. Now we're going to go into the shooting phase, even though there's still things to move. And we're going to show you what the movement thing would do. So he can move.
So in the movement phase, he would go here.
There we go, because he's got the fly, and he can basically fly. Because you can pivot right after. You can,
Yeah, he's just he's sort of flying infantry, so he's
Perfect.
got his 360-degree line of sight.
Nice.
But we'll go and we'll do the
Beam, right?
Gaze of Gork, his
Gaze
little
of Gork.
beam, and then I'll move the rest of my models.
Yeah,
We're just
we can
doing
do
this
that.
for
Yeah,
ease.
easier because we can do it all in this segment.
So let's see. Oh, 3 plus a 3 is a 6, and I need
7, you said, right?
I need a 9 to cast.
9, so that is nothing. I'll roll to make me happy. I failed anyway. Okay, perfect. So we're going to do some movements. I think the chariot and stuff, and get things into combat, and then we will be back for fighting basically because we've
Yeah.
already done the shooting. See, it's helped us speed the game up. Okay, we're going into combat. Just a cheeky move here. So he's pivoted just to get a charge into the archers next turn. But back into here. Obviously, the giant is going first, right? And,
No, so he's got a lower initiative even with the initiative bonus.
okay.
So when you fell back in good order, and I count as charging with the orcs.
Well, you get the +3 from them.
Yeah,
Perfect.
A lot of those all attack.
Okay, so the dice are ready, as you can see, just in front of Mr. Chris, Mr. Greenman. Let's go.
Let's go. So 4 attacks from the big boss.
Okay.
First of all, his weapon skill 7. So hits on 3s
Lovely.
and wounds on 3s.
My toughness is 3. Yeah.
So 1 wound. He's got the chopper rule, so it's AP1.
AP1. Okay. So 4 up. No, followed by what's his strength?
4.
4. So followed by 6 up, which is
Oh.
passed. First pass of the
Get it.
blessing of the lady. Lovely. Okay. What's next?
Then we've got the 2 black orcs that have additional hand weapons.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
with their furious charge, they get an extra attack.
Amazing.
Kind of charging. So these are weapon skill 5.
Okay.
And
These 2 hits.
3s to wound. And
2 with the armor bane, right?
so they're not armor being.
Okay. So it's just 5. No AP.
-1.
-1 because of chopper, right?
Chopper.
So 4 ups. 2 misses. Strength is
4.
6 ups. No, so that's 2 more. So he would die. He would die, and if I'm not mistaken, the damsel would move up. If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Or we're gonna do that anyway. Okay. Next up, what else do we have?
Next is the giant.
Okay, I'm in trouble.
So I've got the giant table here.
Okay.
Now what I could do is effectively pick up
Okay.
and whilst the giant attack table is pretty cool,
Yes.
the thought of picking up a damsel.
Yes, and throwing her to the other side of the battlefield.
So I'm going to do a pickup.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick up your damsel.
Lovely. Be nice. Be nice.
So you must immediately make an initiative test.
Okay. My initiative is really low. I'll roll. That's a 2.
So you should actually pass it.
Yes, because my initiative is, I think it's 3 with her. And it can't be 1, right? Because I need to go lower than my initiative is 3. So it's a pass.
Cool.
Okay.
So
Because you need to go lower, right? Equal or lower for
Yeah,
initiative
that's
test.
correct.
Yeah.
If the test is passed, the warrior manages to duck and dodge away from the giant's grasping hands.
Okay.
No one is picked up and the attack has no effect.
Okay.
Next, roll a d6.
Is it 3?
So 3. On a roll of 1 to 3, the giant forgets what he's doing and makes no further attacks.
I love
There
this
you go.
giant. I love him. He's good. He's nice.
You know what? We set it all up
Listen.
to get the damsels,
Perfect.
stuff them down your pants.
Really, he is the BFG, big friendly giant. Okay.
Yeah, you just tickled her.
Yes, tickled her, yeah. Okay, he's probably fallen in love. Maybe he's fallen in love. We've got the start of Shrek here. Okay, so what's next?
Next is there's 3 models in the unit.
With 2 attacks
including
each, right?
Yeah, including the champion, which is another attack, and these guys have great weapons.
Okay.
So they are,
Ouch.
because of their initiative bonus, they're initiative 4 right now.
Okay.
So hits on 3s, they didn't call a while.
Nope. Not this time.
Wounds on 2s because they are strength 6. So there's 2 armor beings,
Okay.
and 2 wounds. So these are at -2, and these are at
-3. Okay, so I'm going to do the -3 first. So 6 ups.
Oh,
And these are the -2s. 5 ups. Pass 1, and they are strength 5, right?
Yep.
So 5 up for the blessing of the lady is a fail. So 1 more is perished, which would be him because the champ is still there and the standard is there. Okay, hasn't been that bad.
it hasn't. I mean, I still have stomps with the giant.
Okay, but I attack first now.
But you will attack.
Okay, so I've lost 3, but I do have 2 characters, right? So they would both attack. Would the damsel attack or no? Or just him?
So the damsel would probably be able to attack into the giant from where she was at anyway.
Okay, so I'll do 1 attack and see what happens. That's a hit, and that isn't a wound. Strength is 3 on her.
No, to toughness 6.
Okay, so I need 6s. And then the champion with 2 attacks into the orcs. That is 1 hit and no wounds. That's it. Sorted. What are you going to check?
Did you do your horses and?
No.
Oh yeah, of course it was just a champion, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just the champion, right?
Yeah.
Now he does have his horse to do, right? Because that's the same unit. So
Yeah, go with the horse as well.
that's weapon skill. Is if hits and doesn't wound. There we go.
Cool.
Now I've lost by 3.
Yeah, I'll do my stomps.
Okay, yeah.
I'll do my stomps into the unit. Here we go.
2.
It's d6 there, so it's 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, so 3. So strength 6 at -2. Of course I get the 1.
Always get the 1. So 2 -2. So here we go. These are 5 ups followed by 5 ups again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, well done.
they have prevailed.
That's good. That's good.
Okay,
That's good.
so I've lost by 3. And you have flanked me as well. So 3, and you have flanked me for 2, right?
So flank is 1.
Is 1. So that's 4. Are you going to do it? Perfect.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Help me out. Help me out.
So
you do have a banner.
I've got a banner.
You do have a war banner.
I do.
You do have an extra BSB.
Yeah, so the big red raggedy flag and the war banner.
And the war and the BSB, right?
I've included that, yeah.
Okay. And then you've got 3 ranks.
So I would get a maximum of 2.
2. And 2 closed order.
2 close order, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now we can take off from this. So I haven't killed anything. I've got closed order, and I've got a banner, and I've got a war banner. So I've lost by all that, which is a lot. So here we go. Basically, we're looking for a 1-1, which I don't get, but that is fall back in good order. Now you do have double my strength now, so I do flee.
Yes.
Which is sad. That's made me sad, Chris.
That's made me happy. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start fleeing. So 2d6. I think I can re-roll.
So you'll go 3d6 because of your swift stride.
I'll do
just
swift stride.
before, yeah.
There we go.
So I was going to say just before you roll it, I'm going to
stay
to chase with my giant.
Okay.
But try and restrain with my
Black Orcs.
With my Black Orcs.
Okay. Do you want to restrain with your Black Orcs?
So test to restrain with the Black Orcs.
They passed. Okay.
And on the giant, see how far he goes.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7. I don't think he has swift stride. He does not.
Okay, finest horses makes a charge, flee, or pursuit roll. So I can re-roll this one because I only choose one of them, right? Which was these 2. So I'm going to try and run a bit more, which I do. So my total would be 10, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so we'll move that back. Did you catch me?
Do you know something? There's actually no. I rolled 7.
Okay, but 7 is after I move back.
Yeah.
Maybe you are still within 7.
Yeah. So we'll move you first.
We'll move and then check. Have we forgotten anything else?
I'm just thinking here, like instead of like restraining, it's maybe a bit late now, but instead of restraining with the big unit of Black Orcs,
yeah.
If I had of pursued, I would hit into the side of your
pilgrims.
Yeah. And because we haven't selected that combat yet.
Yes.
Effectively would move on to that combat and it allows them to attack again.
Do they? Wow, that's crazy. Do you want to do that?
No.
Okay, but I didn't even know that was a thing. So basically, because they hit them, they would basically attack again.
I mean, I do want to do it, but in the spirit of the game, I'm not going to do it.
Let's do it.
Are you sure?
If that's the rules, that's the rules.
All right, so they will continue.
Okay.
So how far do they go? Not that it matters too much.
There we go. So you just hit the corner of the pilgrims on that side, right?
Yeah.
And basically start slaying some pilgrims, I guess. Okay, and we have actually double-checked, just in case we don't want all those angry people to tell us off. And we have. The only thing that they can't do is pursue again.
Correct.
But they can attack, which is very tasty. Not good for me, though. Not good for the Bretonnian fans watching it either. So what we're going to do is we're going to move to this flank, or the other side of the battlefield, then come back to this one. We're going to do the war boss on camera, and then there's so many attacks here that we're going to just do it off camera and come back with an update of what has actually happened. So back to the Duke, 5 attacks from him, plus the D3. Only 2, it's gone down by an attack.
He's getting tired.
He's getting tired. Okay, so hitting on, what's your weapon skill again? 5, right?
4 for me. 4.
So still not double plus 1. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of a new combat on hatred. Oh. And then strength is 6. So 2's to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds, please.
Just 5 this time.
Just 5, not 6.
5 up armor saves. Okay, that's what it is.
3 dead.
That's okay.
And then I do have my Hippogryph hitting on 3s, all hits, and wounding on strength 5, so 3's to wound. That is only 1, -2.
1 and -2, that's a 6 up save. Nope,
one
that's
more.
another one. So that's my standard bear down, which is actually quite key.
Okay, because of combat resolution, right?
Yeah.
And then we do have 1 more attack with a serrated maw, which is a hit, and is a wound. So no minus on this.
So I need to get a 4+ armor save.
And you get it. Okay, now you strike at the same time. You strike next, and then I do have my stomp attacks after that.
Cool. So my champion.
Do a leadership test for Terra first.
Oh, for fear, yes, of course.
Before you attack.
Fear. So I'm okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, yep.
I'm good for fear. So the 3 attacks from the champion.
Okay.
Because of his additional chopper. 3 hits, and needing 5s to wound. So 1 wound.
And minus...
No AP.
No AP. 2 up. Passes.
Pass. And then we'll go on to my big boss.
Big boss, yeah.
So 3 attacks, hits on
That.
that. He's been doing quite well.
He has.
And I need 3s to win now. No,
Always a 1.
that is minus 3 on both
Minus
of those.
3, okay. So 5 ups on here. 1 pass. And then followed by a 5 up because of the high strength on him. Which is a pass again.
That's key. That's key.
Take that. D3 stomps is the big 3. Strength is 5. So 3s to wound. And that, just 1.
Just 1. So no minus on this check?
No minus on this, no.
So he tanks it,
Pass.
he's okay.
Perfect. So I have 1 by, I've done 3 wounds. We both have closed order, which basically cancels it out. No banner on yourself this time. So I've 1 by 3 and basically get terror as well.
Well, I'm just thinking, I don't know if I actually get, I don't know if I get close order because there's somewhere in the rules. I can't be bothered to check it up, to be perfectly honest. But I think there's 2 models comprise of a rank. So
interesting.
If they're a unit. So whilst the big boss is in there, I don't actually think he's got close order. I'm going to check it very quickly.
Okay. Let's check it, and we will. Do you want to do your attacks with your war boss here, and then we can check it, or do you think it's something we can easily check? I can put some music. I can sing. You want me to sing?
I'll
What music do you like?
Do you want to dance?
I can dance. Look, I can show you. I can show you the beautiful studio. A lot of people don't see this. Look at this. Look at this. Also, look at our patrons. You can have your Patreon on the wall. See, this is good advertising for me. Patreon wall. Become a patron. Link below. More armies here. Mostly heresy, but and there's more. There's more stuff. Okay, he checked.
I've checked.
Perfect.
So the big boss himself doesn't have close order.
Okay.
So I think you get yours for close order, and I do not get mine.
Okay, so it's a -4. I'm happy. If you want to add combat resolution to my side, I'm more than happy. Okay, so -4.
I did call the Wah with him, so
that's true.
that gives me 1.
Yeah. So it's -3 again.
So -3. Now, here's the kicker. Because if I fall back in good order,
Yes.
your unit strength is 7.
Yes.
My unit strength is 2. So I would flee.
Ooh, nice.
So
Hopefully you roll.
So I need a low roll. I need a very low roll.
Roll slowly, then it always works.
No,
4,
it
5,
didn't.
6, 7. You don't. So you
I
do
flee.
flee. Yes. And the -1 as well added to that for terror, basically.
That's right.
So let's flee.
So are you going to chase or are you going to restrain and reform?
I'm going to try and refrain and reform because if I go off the table, it takes a turn for me to come back in and charge.
Good
so
choice.
I'm going to try to reform, which I do.
Yeah.
And
I will flee.
4, 5, 6, 7. So
which
they
will
are out
take me
of the table, I
off.
think.
Yeah, it takes me off.
Okay, lovely. I like that. So I can point any direction now, right?
Yes, you can reform now.
Okay, so I'm going to reform towards this unit here. Ta-da! And it's my turn 3 next, so I could get a back charge maybe into that unit. Tasty, I like this. Okay, now, do you know how many attacks your war boss has?
I do.
Okay, so we can do that on camera really quickly.
I do. So he's got,
You do while you check the book?
he's got 4 attack space.
Lovely.
He's also got 1 for Furious Charge.
Okay.
And he's got the Battle Axe of the Last Wah, which is
An extra D3, right?
D6.
D6.
So he gets an extra.
That is not nice.
It is.
Okay.
And he called a Wah.
That's bonkers.
So what's your weapon skill on?
My weapon skill is 2, I believe, on
2 or
these
3.
pilgrims, yeah.
So my weapon skill is 7.
Okay. Do you want me to quickly check?
Yeah, I think I hit on
Weapon
2s.
skill is 2. Yeah, 2s to hit.
So I hit on 2s, re-rolling 1s.
Okay.
It's good job. Good job.
Rerolling 1s.
Okay, of course.
Ha, take that. That's my dice doing tricks on you.
Must be the blunt end of it. Blunt end of the axe. And he is +2 strength, so he's strength 7.
Okay, toughness is 3.
And no, a chopper rule doesn't count because it's a magic weapon, but that is the heads of 5.
-2, aren't they?
Yes.
Because they are. I do have light armor and a shield, so they're still dead. So that is 5 dead for now.
5 dead from...
Okay, there's more deads coming, don't worry guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the rest off camera, billion attacks, but my Grail Reliquary, Reliquary I think it says, would you pronounce it Reliquary?
I'm calling it Reliquary. I don't know what everybody else calls it, but
Yeah.
I can always blame my
Again,
accent.
comment below.
You can blame your accent as well.
Okay, so I do attack with 6 attacks on him. He acts as sort of like a champion and the standard bearer and the musician. So yeah, we'll give a short update coming up, and obviously we'll roll to see what happens in this combat after this. And we're back, and no monks are here anymore because this, my friend, is the monk killer, pilgrim killer, basically pilgrim killer. Okay, so we're going to leave the last 2 wounds that went through. So he's basically totally annihilated a lot of pilgrims, but the last 2. We're just going to do it on camera to show. So we don't see if it has an armor save. It says that your unit has shield and light armor. So we're basically going to go with that. It's a -1 on these. So these have 6 ups, followed by 6 ups from the Blessing of the Lady, because the Grail Reliquary does have the Blessing from the Lady. Yeah. No, so that is 2 wounds. I believe it has a total of
It's got
6 wounds.
Yeah.
So he is down to 4. This is very good because this means that I can now attack with my 6 attacks and still use stubborn, meaning that you haven't defeated me. Take that. Okay, so 6 attacks. What's my weapon skill?
Your weapon skill is 2.
2 for on the Grail as well?
On the Grail.
Yeah, because it's basically a dead skeleton, which they're moving around like a cavalcade. Hitting on weapon skill 5, right?
Weapon skill 4 for these guys.
4. So hitting on 4 still?
Yeah.
Okay, I like this.
Yeah.
And what's my strength?
Your strength is 3.
3.
Against my toughness 4.
So 5s. That is 1 wound.
1 wound.
Come on.
Here we
Can
go.
I kill one with the floating horse?
4+.
Dead horse. Yes, I
you
can.
do, you do.
I killed one. Okay, now I'm going to use stubborn, so there's no. We
Do you want
don't
to calculate it?
No,
Sure?
can someone, if someone is very, very bored, please calculate this for us and comment in the comment section. I'm going to use stubborn. Now, so I just roll 2d6, right?
Yeah, so you don't take a break test, you just fall back in good order.
Fall back in good order, and it doesn't matter if you're double my strength value, stubborn still basically task. So fall back in good order, so it's 2d6, removing the lowest, right?
Correct.
And I just move 6 inches this way, basically.
Yeah.
So do you want to move him for me?
I'll move. What I'm going to do is try and restrain and reform.
Okay,
with this
they
unit.
can't pursue.
They cannot pursue.
Because they've just got into combat again.
So they will
Stay, reform, perfectly. Waiting for my Duke to strike in, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. But look, my reliquary is still there. I'm happy. I'm sort of happy.
I was happy.
That's your turn 3. On to my turn 3. And my Pegasus Knights are here. What are you guys doing? Wake up. Turn 3, Kingdom of Bretonnia. And basically, we've moved him back. He's stubborn. He can actually reform because I have fallen back in good order, which is the problem with line hammer, because at this point, if you had like 20 of these, you can suddenly make a massive line this way, which we don't agree on. But it's now basically in the rule, so we need to wait for that to be checked. Okay, now back onto the strategic phase, and basically I'm going to do some charges. Okay. And I can't cast because I'm fleeing. The damsel is fleeing and being chased down by a giant, which I don't think we eventually just about caught me, but needed an extra inch. And an extra inch is very, very good. Did you know that?
Very important.
Very, very important. My wife always tells me it's very, very important. Chargers, knight errants.
Yes.
Into your savage orcs. There's nothing else. There's nothing. Oh, there's war cry. I think I can do war cry. No, what is it? Rallying cry. I think you can choose it. I don't think it has to be within range, is it?
I think it's within your command range, which obviously you're outside of, and you can't use it on an ability of a model that is fleeing.
Okay, so you can't rallying cry. During the command phase of the turn, if you are not engaged in combat, this character may nominate a single fleeing friendly unit that is, okay, command range, yeah, so perfect. Less hassle. Okay, so charges. I'm going to go Errants into your Savage Orcs, Duke into this unit that has obviously turned and, what do you call it? What have you done? Reformed, there we go. Bracing for the charge of that. I just want to mention that he has taken down a full unit by himself, ready for more. He's psyched up. And what else? Am I going to charge you something else? No, basically the rest would be movements because I'm not going to risk it again with the Pegasus Knights from this side. Now, shall we do the charges then? Yeah?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so these guys charge in the Savage Orcs.
Well, do you want to... Okay,
Well,
yeah. I was going to say, do you want to do a rally test first?
Let's do a rally test. The dice roll is there anyway. So rally test is a 7. My leadership is 8. I do get +1 as well for my musician, so I just rally and turn around, right?
Yeah, reform.
Nice. Ready for the giants to basically kill me. Okay, then I rolled a 4 and a 3, so I'm getting the 4 plus the 8. Do you want to measure what I need?
Yeah, of course.
Over there? So that is a 12 already.
Minimum
They're in already. Swift stride, just in case, an extra 2 inches. So they're in. Now, what do I need for this charge for the Duke?
Ooh.
That looks a bit further away.
So you need a 15. Well, let's say 15 because I've just nudged.
15. Okay. Do you want to nudge him again?
Get further away.
Move him quicker. Okay. So here we go. Charge is a 5 plus 7 is 12. And what did I need?
15.
15. So I need 3 or more. Oh, yes! No! The Duke is in again. Down to 4 wounds. Let's see what he can do. But I'm feeling confident.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. I'm actually quite scared of him. He's really good.
He's very good. Yeah, he's very good. Okay, perfect. So 2 charges that have made it in. Let's go on to some movement coming up next. Movement over. And yeah, it's going to be a glorious fight again here in the center. We've moved up finally with the Pegasus Knights, and my stubborn reliquary is still there. My men-at-arms have shuffled up. I have marched with my archers because there was nothing I could shoot, so getting into position for later turns. And I've stayed put with my archers here just because I want to shoot all my shots into Mr. Shaman there on the other side. Now, behind this rock formation, we do have my 2 errant knights moving into a flank as well, helping the Duke hopefully in the later turns. And then obviously, as you saw, I have charged with my errants on that side. Perfect. Let's go on to some shooting, Mr. Green Man. That is 5 shots plus 2 for the second rank. Hitting on 6s though, makes me sad. Single units, single model, modifiers, I hate them. Looking for 6s, 1 hit. 1 wound with an armor vein. That's a -1 to that. Take that, Mr. Shaman.
And no armor, so that is a wound.
Ooh, I love it. Oh, okay, I like this. So down to 2 wounds on him, right?
Down to 2.
Perfect. That is the end of my shooting phase. No other things to do. Let's go. Oh, no, I couldn't cast. So the other one is the spectral, which is in combat. So I'm going to wait for you to basically come into me. Yeah, because an assailment is just in combat, right?
Correct, yeah.
So I can't do it in your turn either. Perfect. Let's get some dice ready and go into 2 glorious. I need to really get these guys out. 2 glorious combats coming right up. Here we go. We have the Knight Errants striking at a higher initiative of 6. Weapon skill 3. What's the weapon skill on your savage little orcs? Savage big orcs, actually.
Savage big orcs. Yeah, because they're big ones. It's weapon skill 3.
Weapon skill 3. Okay, so looking for 4s. That is 3. No, that is 2 only, sorry. And then my strength is 5. Your toughness is 4.
Yep.
That is, always get a 1. That is 1 at -2.
1 at -2. So it goes straight through the shield.
Okay.
Time for some tattoo armor save of our ward save of
Okay.
6+.
No. Okay,
almost,
so 1
almost.
is slain. Then I have my 5 Bretonnian Warhorses, and that are also weapon skill 3. So I'm hitting on 4s. 1 hits. And strength is 3. So I'm looking for 5s, and that is it. Only 1 wound there. So now your time to retaliate, my friend.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now.
Oh, don't like that.
So
Don't like that at all.
They're not frenzied though.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just these attacks.
Perfect.
I'll double check it after this, but I'm pretty sure you lose frenzy if you lose confidence.
Okay, we'll double check anyway.
So
And we'll can do those extra attacks off camera if we need to.
hitting
Perfect.
on 4s.
Yes.
So 3 hits and wounding. They are strength 4, so wounding on Threes. That is an armor being.
Okay.
So -1, 1 wound at -1, and 1 normal wound.
Okay, so a 4 up here with the -1, which is a pass, and a normal wound of a 3 up, which is a pass. Cool. I won combat! That makes me happy. Okay, so you've lost by 1. I don't have a banner. You don't have a banner. Oh, you do have a banner. Oh, tasty. I don't. I didn't. I'm stupid, basically. I like to be make the internet angry, but I do have closed order, which you don't, right?
Correct. Yeah. So you got 2 close order and a kill.
Yep. And you've got 1.
I've got a banner.
Okay. And you don't have closed order even if you get into closed order for when I charge you, right? So you just
I'd stay in skirmish. I would have to
open order.
Basically. If I fall back in good order, I could effectively reform and change formation.
Perfect. So you lose by 1, which is great. So leadership test, my friend.
Leadership test.
And you're not within range of anything to up it up. So flee.
So this is down to 6.
Flee.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. They actually just give ground.
Yes, and I will pursue. Or because what's your strength on that unit? Yeah. Basically, I'm just strength 10. Yeah. That makes me sad. Okay. Not the best of starts. Let's move on to the Duke. 5 attacks plus D3 extra attacks. Oh, he's going low.
He's losing momentum.
He's losing momentum. Hitting on your weapon skill is 5 on that unit, isn't it?
No, it's 4 on that.
On 4. Okay, so I'm still weapon skill 7 anyway. So hitting on 3s. And hatred again and again and again. Okay, strength is 6, so 2s to wound. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at -1.
So
is there a magical weapon there?
There's a magical weapon in for him.
Okay, I should have challenged then. We'll keep it for
Do you
next
want to
turn.
challenge?
No,
I'll let you go back and challenge.
No, I'll keep it for next turn.
You sure?
For sure. 100%.
I will allow you to do it.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
So armor saves then of 5 up. Okay, so I get 2. That's 3.
Okay, that's not bad. So 2 slain. I will carry on doing my attacks with my Hippogryph. Here we go. Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling. And strength 5, so 3s. That's 2. -2.
-2. So 6 up saves. Oh, look at that.
Ooh, cheeky. And then serrated more. There's a hit and a wound because I'm strength 3. Yeah, no EP on this.
So 4 plus. Oh, look at
Passes. That. Okay. Yep. This isn't very good. Here we go. You strike back at me before I do my stomp attacks.
Yes. So my war boss always strikes last because of his magic weapon. So I have to go now with the guys with additional hand weapons.
Perfect.
So let's see. Maximizing, you'll be getting 3 models. So
yes.
1, 2. Let's see.
So you've lost 3, right, from that rank?
So my additional hand weapons first.
Okay. You've lost 3 from that rank, though, right?
Oh yeah. So they'll come from the edges.
From the edges. Okay.
Yeah. Your weapon
skill 7. Sorry.
7.
So you're hitting on 4s. Yeah.
I will actually take a fear test.
Yes, that is very true. Which you passed.
Yes. That would have actually been a terror test when you had charged me.
Yes.
But they're passed. I'll take a fear test now. See if I'm -1. No,
perfect.
It's not. So yep, 2 hits. And needing 5s. Nope.
Nothing. Needing 5s because you're strength 4, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next up. Then we'll go into the great weapons. Now I lost 3 and I've attacked with 2, so I've got 1. He would have lost. Actually, got one more attack from a normal guy.
Okay, that's
a few hits and
wounds. Yeah, no AP, right?
No AP.
Passes. Even with the chopper rule.
Yeah, so choppers only count when I charge.
Okay, only You've actually told me this already once in this game. Okay, so next we move on to the war boss. Yeah, now he's actually quite terrifying. Forgot about this. Okay, so
I'm going to take my hat off.
Yes, take it off again.
Yeah, look at my receding hairline. Let's go. So he's got his 4 attacks normally.
Yes.
And he gets his D6.
Please roll a 1.
He gets 5.
Oh my god, that's quite tasty.
That's good.
That is very
good for me.
It is very good. What's your weapon skill though?
So my weapon skill is, I think it's 7. My weapon skill is 7.
Okay, so you're hitting on 4s.
Here we go. Lots of 4s here, part of
yes.
Lots of 4s. That is lots of force.
Wow,
that is lots of force.
That is actually quite scary now. Oh, I should have challenged. Okay, and then what is your strength?
So my strength is 7.
Choose to wound. That is a billion attacks. How many? So that's 3, 6, 3, 6, 7.
That's 7 wounds.
What's the AP on this?
At -2.
I think he's dead. I seriously think he's dead. Okay, so looking for 4-ups. Rerolling 1s. So that's 3 wounds, and now I do have my 5-up ward saves.
So you will survive.
You will survive, so I'm a bit happy. Well, you can't see my smile, but I'm a bit happy. 2 wounds.
That's good. That's
down to 2 wounds left. So let's work this out. Now, you have done 2 wounds, I've done 1, 2. At the moment, you're winning by 1. We can put 1 there. You do have...
You've done 3.
Yes. I mean that your -2 to my 3 is just 1. I mean, you do have a banner.
I do.
And you do have closed order.
I do.
Which I do as well.
You do.
And you do have a rank.
I do have a rank, yes. I just miss out on the second
extra
rank.
1 because it's just 3 on the back. So you win by 1.
And I call that on the Wa, which I called last turn, is still in play.
It's still in play. Yeah. So you've won. So I will not risk it. I am stubborn because of my vow, Grail vow. So I'm not going to risk it this time.
Okay.
So I'm just going to fall back in good order, my friend.
Okay.
Which is a 5.
A 5. Okay. What's your initiative, by the way?
My initiative is...
Because this might dictate what I do.
Initiative is 5.
Your initiative is 5. Because with always strikes last,
yes,
and even if I go 3...
I'm going to challenge you next turn. Don't, like 100%.
Yeah, you'll still be...
He's your war boss. I could have killed your war boss 100%. Could have got an extra 100 points, isn't it, for killing...
I'm going to restrain.
Okay.
I'm going to restrain. Okay, I do restrain.
You do restrain. Okay.
I do restrain.
Perfect. So I fall back 5 inches, and I don't want to swift stride because basically I don't... Is it for falling back in good order? Is it you add both? No, just 1, right? It's the pursuing that you add to both.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. So 2 wounds there, still surviving. That's not bad at all. Now, is that it? I think that's it, right? I think my turn's over.
Just going to reform.
What are you going to do? No, you can think about it a bit. That's the end of my turn anyway. Not the best. I've lost combat here. I haven't killed the savage orcs yet. What's going on? I do not know. Let's go on to turn 4 for the orcs, not the goblins, coming up next. Turn 4 orcs, not oxes. Oxes are not here. The orcs are here. Okay, so strategic phase. You've called the Wa on every single possible model that you have.
So I can't Wa anymore.
No, can't Wa anymore.
All out of Was.
Yeah, you can cry though. Now you're going into psychic spells. Any spells?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the hex spell, Plague of Rust onto the 2 remaining.
For the -2 on the errants.
So let's see if I get it.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's a 13.
I'm going to. That's a 14. So I.
That's a 13.
13. Yeah. Can I? On a double 6, right? So I'm going to try with my free dispel. Ooh, saw some 6s there. Perfect. So -2 there. We'll put a little marker with one of your dice, maybe, or get the book. Yeah, perfect. And charges. What will you be charging?
So I think regardless, I have to declare a charge here because I'm going to get flanked.
Yeah, and you don't want me to get the hatred and extra d6 3 attacks at this point.
They will declare a charge.
Okay. I will stay where I am.
Okay. These orcs here will declare a charge
against them.
That, and the giant will declare a charge against your small units.
Okay, I was going to counter charge, but I need to be within a certain range of, I think it's my movement or more than my movement to do it, so I can't counter change. So he's going to just do that.
Do you want to take a terror test first?
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
They're gone.
Fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
Perfect.
And also the boar chariot is going to charge in against...
Okay, I will stand and shoot. I can't, right? Because I'm not within my arc.
Yeah, correct.
So I will flee, actually.
Ooh, all right.
3, 4, 5 inches.
5 inches, so they will just pivot around the center of the unit.
Yep, and move 5 inches, right?
5.
Okay. Let's see if you can catch me now.
And then I'll see if you can catch. Will we roll this? Do you want to roll this live?
Yeah, we can roll it live. Yeah, this one first into them. Perfect.
Oh, they're in. Look at
they're
that.
in.
Look at that.
Definitely in. Okay, and then he's going into the Grail, right?
Into the Grail Reliquary. So 5, they're in.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, the giant couldn't.
Yeah, couldn't fail, so we didn't have to roll for that. This one's the tasty one.
This one is. Oh.
No, I don't think he makes it. That's 2 plus 8. Do they move?
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's a
8. Say 10, just in case. That's 12. That's more than 12.
So yep, definitely. So that will be a field charge.
Nice.
Yeah, look at
Oh,
that.
nice. I'm going to carry on fleeing for sure and then just go off the table. But I'm not giving you that charge. Perfect. So let's get everybody in. Go into shooting.
Yeah, we'll move the rest
and shooting and basically come back for more combat. Okay, movement now over. Basically, the only thing that has moved has been the shaman moving up with his magic carpet, and he's going to shoot. He actually gets a very nice line onto the 2 knights errants. So all yours, sir.
Nice.
Casting.
Cast on a 9, so I need to see a 6 here minimum.
That's a 6. I will try and deny. 4, 5, 6, 7. You still pass it because you get a +3. Right. All yours.
So the small pencil beam goes through a couple of bases.
Lovely.
It's strength 5 and -3. So of course he gets the 1.
Always the 1.
Yeah.
1 goes through minus.
It's -3, but they've also got Plague of Rust.
So it's just. And what's the strength on this weapon?
Strength 5.
Strength 5. So I do get a 5 up on my blessing, which
Oh,
I
you
pass.
get it.
Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Okay. So what else have we got here?
What I actually should have done. It shouldn't really matter, but I'll roll the 5d6 range just in case the unlikely event I got.
Just in case it's
Got all
just a
ones.
quadruple 1 and a 2. Okay, so let's get some dice ready and go into some tasty combats. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at that.
Wow! And I can count, did you see? Starting off on the closest combat to myself, so it's the Giants, the Damsel, and my Knights of the Realm. So I'm going to cast the Spectral Doppelganger, which is an assailment, so I can do it in my turn and Chris's turn. Let's try and cast it. Failed it last time. That is a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take that. Will you try and deny?
Yeah, I'll use my Fated Dispel.
Okay.
So here we go.
Don't pass it. Don't be
Oh.
no.
Oh,
5.
9.
That's a 9. I got a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got
got a
actually.
10? Yeah,
Passed it. Yay. So this is a 2d6 attacks. That is 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's
Take
9
that, Giant.
auto hits.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Now my strength is just 3. Or
Okay.
is it even 2 on the Damsel?
No, it'll be 3.
Is it 3?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll trust you, even though I'm checking. Okay, so it is strength 3, and your toughness is?
6.
So I'm looking for 6s. Take that! Okay, next up we have the Damsel herself attacking. Because I'm attacking it before because it's initiative 1. He was less than an inch, so he's not getting the perks for the extra hits. So what's your weapon skill though?
My weapon skill is 3.
3. So I'm looking for 4s here. So that's a fail from the Damsel, and then we've got 2 attacks from the champion plus 2 attacks from the other knights, hitting on 3s, right? Because I'm weapon skill 4, so 3s. Perfecto. And then my strength is 5, your toughness is 6. I'm looking for 5s.
No, because you didn't countercharge.
That is very true. So I'm just using my close combat weapons. Yeah. So that's a fail. And then I've got, quickly finish off, my 4 Bretonnian horses, which always hits. And then strength is, Bretonnian horses,
Strength
is it
3?
4? Strength 3, yes, so 6s.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, why are the horses so good? Yeah. 2 wounds. What's your armor save?
So 6 up.
What's your path?
No,
I've done 2 wounds. Lovely horses. Kicking. Do you think they turn around and kick with the back hind legs? They must do, right?
Do you know something? Every Bretonnian player is the same. It's like it's the horses
Always.
that win in the combat.
How many wounds does he have?
He has 6.
6, so he's down to 4. I'll do it this way so people don't get confused. Okay. Now it's your time to shine. Properly shine. Last time was really bad.
Yeah.
So you're going for the normal attack.
I'd love to pick up Armour again.
No, don't do it. You're in love with her. You admit it.
But let's pick the randomness of the giant team.
Okay. That's number
So
5.
5. So 5 is Thump with Club.
Okay.
A single model in the fighting rank of the enemy model giants engaged with is the target. For this attack, club has a strength characteristic of strength +4, so this is a strength 10 hit,
Okay.
-4 AP, and multiple wounds D6.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick the Damsel.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to pick the Damsel. So wounds on 2s.
Okay.
Okay.
-4, right?
It's -4 AP, but you do get the blessing of the lady.
Does she get it though? I think so, right?
Yeah.
It's a fail.
And
D6.
D6 wounds.
And she's dead. Kaboom! That is 3 wounds, right? Into combat resolution?
It will just be 2.
Just 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it wasn't in a challenge.
Perfect. So is there more attacks coming from him? Or is that it?
No, that is it, apart from his stumps. So
Yeah, all yours because I've attacked already with mine.
so at 6.
Nice.
6 stump.
I'm just going to check if she has Blessing of the Lady. Yes, I do. So I did that right. Okay.
So 6 stumps, and this is strength 6. So there is 5 wounds at -2.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -2 grants me a 5-up, followed by a 5-up again because of the storm. So 5-ups,
Not bad.
followed by 5-ups. Okay, so that's 2. So that's the champion only left. So I've lost combat by 4. My banner's off, so I don't get for closed order, right? You said because you have to have more than one model. You said before.
Yeah. So we'll calculate it here. So I've got four wounds effectively.
I got 2.
In close order.
Yep.
You get
2.
2 wounds, and you don't get your banner now. I know.
No, because he's dead. But do I get closed order? Is the question.
I don't think you do because you've got 1 model left.
Okay, let's keep it like that. So you've won by 3.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I fall back in good order.
Yeah, so if you fall back in good order, your unit strength is 2.
Yeah, what's
mine
yours?
is 6.
6, so you double it. So,
I would
flee. So
I will chase.
Okay. I
double
was
one.
gonna, to be honest, I was gonna swift stride. So I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
That's 10. because-
You'll always do the swift stride.
Yeah,
you know.
because I'm going this side, so I probably now I do need double ones to actually make him get back because he's now less than 25% of the starting unit strength. So we'll move that. We'll get some more dice ready and go into the next. Okay, next combat now. We've got more Black Orcs. Wow, they don't finish. They're always here. Into my reliquary. So you strike first at the high initiative. My initiative is just 3.
So the big boss who's out of base-to-base
Just
contact.
one attack,
Just
yeah.
one attack. So he hits and he wounds.
Minus?
So it's minus
6.
1 AP.
No armor bane?
No armor bane.
Okay. So it is. It's a
save.
pass because I do have a 5-up save.
Yep. Then we can go on to the 2 orcs which are in base contact that have additional hand weapons, and because they charged, they get furious charge.
Nice.
Um,
Hitting on my weapon skill is quite low again. It's 3.
It's yours
2,
is
isn't
2
it?
and
It's 2.
mine's-
Yeah, it's 2.
Mine's is 5.
So you're hitting on 2s.
And I am strength 4,
Toughness is 3.
and they are at minus 1 AP.
Minus 1 AP. So 6s. Followed by what's your strength?
4.
4. So followed by 6-ups. No, so he's down to 1 remaining. I actually want him to die so it clears up the space for my Pegasus Knights to get in. Okay, and then you've got your 2 great weapons, right?
Yeah, I've got the champion with the great weapon that's in base to base, and then the 2 guys on the end.
Okay.
With great weapons.
There we go. All hits. Where's the weapons go? 5?
Yes, actually. And 2s to kill, basically. Although blessing of the lady.
Yes. So 4 5-ups, right?
Correct.
Look, that was tasty, but that means that he is gone. There we go. Finally gone. That is another unit wiped out off the table.
So I'm going to try and not overrun.
Okay.
So I have to take a leadership test and try.
6, 7, 8, 9. Your
So
leadership is 9, right? So he is within 12 inches.
They are within 12.
Perfect. So you're going to stay.
So I'm going to stay and just reform.
Reform slightly. Perfect. We're going to carry on recording. Let's move on to here because I'm going to challenge before I forget. Do you accept? Be a man. Be a man. No, to be honest, you can do whatever you want because you know how tough he is.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm my initiative. Do you want to know what my initiative is? My initiative is.
So you're going to be hitting first.
My initiative is 5.
So So the potion of strength that I took out of my list could come in quite handy now.
I do have the potion of toughness, which I have to take next turn because I keep on forgetting.
It really irks me to do this on my champion, so I'm not going to. It's a real bad move.
Okay.
To do it with my
People are
Warhorse.
cheering now.
But yeah, I know they're fuming, aren't they?
Yeah.
I would normally do this if this was a tournament game or a hardcore game. I would do it on my champion.
Okay. But what are you going to do? You're going to be narrative driven and go.
Yeah, I'm going to go with my nobody's. Yeah.
When there's like a war boss versus a warlord versus warlord, it has to happen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
So it's
you know what's
because I
going to
know what
happen when you
magical
go back home and you go into bed. You're going to think about this this mighty thing that you've just done all night. You're not going to sleep for like 5 hours. You're going to sleep for 2 hours. Your kid is going to wake up much earlier than she does.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a very bad night for you.
It's going to be a curse, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're accepting.
Yeah.
Lovely.
With my Warhorse. I know what's going to happen. Yeah, he's going to die.
I think so too. Let's see. You never know. So I haven't charged. I don't get the extra tasty attack stuff.
Okay.
So I'm hitting. Here we go. Hitting on weapon skill 7 to 7, isn't it?
Yes.
4s. That's 3 tasty hits. No hatred to help me out. My strength is 6. Your toughness is?
Is 5.
3's to wound. That is 3 wounds at -1.
5 up armor saves. Okay.
Okay, that's 2.
Okay.
And do you have any ward saves or anything like that?
No.
Okay, that means, I just want to remind you, because maybe you've forgotten about this, which is going to make me, I'm going to zoom in to watch your face. You've lost your magic item now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it count as a normal weapon of its kind, or just a hand weapon?
I think a hand weapon. Why, do you have something else?
No.
No, it just says that you lose your magical item.
Okay.
So I don't know what else.
Yeah, he's lost his
It's
battle
not-
axe at the last war.
The Hippogryph has swallowed it. Yeah. Okay, so talking about the Hippogryph attacking next. Weapon skill is 5, so I'm hitting on 4s. That one hits, and no wounds there. And then we've got the Serrated Maw, which is not hitting. There we go. That's the end of me. So I've done a total of 2 wounds on him.
Yes.
And he's got 3 in total?
He has 3.
Okay,
yeah.
so 1 left on him. You strike back, my friend.
So I'll strike back.
Yes.
But I lose my battle axe at the last one. Does it just automatically break a magic item?
Do you want me to read it to you just to make sure?
Yeah.
I don't trust myself.
Bedtime reading.
I don't trust myself, so I will read it to you. Any magic weapon carried by an enemy model that suffers 1 or more unsaved wounds from the Morning Star of Fracasse is destroyed and cannot be used for the remainder of the game. Full stop.
You destroyed the last battle. There are no more. Or battle axe at the last war.
I think I feel bad now. Okay, so let's do this.
Okay, so 4 attacks from the war boss. He hits on 4s.
Yep.
And so he's basically just got his chopper.
Yes.
I suppose.
Yeah.
And
whatever he comes standard with, I guess, right?
Yeah. So he's strength 5.
My toughness is 5, so 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Any AP on the chopper?
So
yeah, just you
the
did
one.
charge, right? So
Yeah, just
3 ups here, and that is a wound. But what's your strength?
Strength 5.
So yes, so I do get a 5 up here, which I pass again. Oh, glorious! It was glorious. But look, you haven't died.
No, I haven't.
I've been like nice-ish, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay, so let's go on to combat resolution.
Yeah.
I've done 2 wounds.
You've done 2.
And I've got closed order. That's about it. You also had to do a fear test, which we've forgotten again, but it's already too late. So sorry. That's all I can say. What else do you have?
So I have close order.
Yep.
I've got a rank, and I've got a banner.
Okay. So I have withdrawn, right? Because I've done 2 wounds.
Yep.
And I've got closed order.
Yes.
Oh, it's a
and
draw.
I have a musician, so I win by 1.
Yes, you did win by 1 because my Hippogryph doesn't know how to play an instrument. So
Actually, do you know something?
Yes.
The only musician in my army is here, so they don't have a musician.
Ooh, that's made me happy. Well, no.
Yeah.
So we've withdrawn.
So we just stay.
Withdrawn, but I've taken your magical item.
Yeah, you have.
Okay, so let's go into the final battle. Let's get some dice ready and go into the Errants versus the Savage Orcs. I don't know how these units are still here. Quickly, we've probably already commented about it. Stomp, we forgot stomp attacks. D3 is stomp attacks. It is 2. Hopefully it doesn't do anything, so it doesn't change anything up. And there we go.
Yay.
Perfect. We are happy. Back to there. Your initiative is 3 as well?
Yes, my initiative is 3. I
Mine
believe.
is 3 as well. So we're both striking at the same time.
Okay, I'll let you go first.
I've got 5 attacks from... I'm actually going to do the Bretonnian Warhorses and the knights themselves at the same time because they both have weapon skill 3, if you don't mind.
Yep.
They both have weapon skill 3 and they both have strength 3. So we can do them all at the same time. So 10 attacks, hitting on 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my strength is 3, your toughness is 4, right, on them?
Yes.
So 5s. Nothing. Ooh, tasty.
Interesting.
Yeah, because, did I charge?
No, they give ground.
They gave ground,
Yeah.
right? So it doesn't act as a charge, right? Only when you fall back in good order, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
So I have 7 models in base contact.
Lovely.
And 1 for the champion, so that's 8 attacks.
Okay.
Because they are...
It would be crazy if you actually win combat now there.
I know, right? Tell me about it. So 4s to hit. Okay, no, that's pretty good. That's very good. They are strength 4 because they are biggins.
Okay, toughness 3, so 3's to wound.
So that is 4 wounds with no modifiers.
Okay. So, 3 up saves. And your strength is 4, so just a 6 up here. You could
Just a
win
6
combat
up?
by 1. No, 1 is slain. You can choose. What's your worst color?
I don't really have a worst color. Yeah, let's just take this guy off.
Okay, you can take him.
No.
No. Mr. Orange? Okay, Mr. Orange is gone.
There we go.
Okay, so he's now slain. So you've won combat by... you've got a banner, so you've won by 2. You've won by 1 because I've got closed order, you don't.
Yes.
So you've won by 1. How does that feel?
It feels pretty good, actually. Yeah.
I'm nearly there. I'm nearly taking you off the edge, and no, I lose combat now. Okay, so basically,
Gives ground.
Gives ground, yeah. So we stay basically there. What do you want to do? Do you want to?
Well, it's your turn. It's your turn next.
Yes.
So I'm going to follow up.
Yes, because if not, I would get an easy charge back on you. Yeah. Perfect. I think that finishes off turn 4 for yourself. Oh, a lot of things to happen. Finally, my Pegasus Knights are coming in, and coming in very hot. Turn 4, Bretonnians up next. We are back, Kingdom of Bretonnia, turn 4. And it could be a tasty turn, could be a very important turn, to be honest. Now, in the command phase, or in the strategic phase, I'm going to drink my potion of toughness, because if not, I'm basically going to forget. This is why I'm doing it now. So I don't even know how this works. Do I just drink it and I get like D3, isn't it? Potion of, do you know what it is?
D3 toughness.
Okay, do I trust you? Do I trust you? Let's trust
Minus
you.
D3 toughness would be...
Okay, D3 toughness. It's 2. So I get toughness 7 now.
7, yeah.
Nice. I like it. Okay, apart from potion of toughness, D3 modifier. Yeah. So he's toughness 7 now. I like that. Toughness 7 is good. Apart from that, some tasty charges. Pegasus are going into them. They basically can't fail.
Yeah.
I'm not going to charge with the men-at-arms because they're so much better when they do get charged. Shield wall is only when they get charged. So point to note, don't charge with men-at-arms. I am also flanking with my Errant Knights. And this is where the Errant Knights get good. Small units, flanking stuff. See? No need for that lance formation. So I'm charging in. Nothing you can do because you're already in combat. So that is 3 plus 8. I think they're already in. Plus Swiss, right? Yeah. Definitely in. Yeah. Perfect. After that, I will be doing no movement because they're staying put. I might basically just reform them here.
You sure you don't want to bring these guys in here?
Why would you do that?
So I appreciate
just to put the ranks in.
Yeah, I appreciate they might get mulched or whatever, but you're going to get, let's say, 3 ranks, a banner. I don't know.
Yeah, I totally understand. And these are the things that I should do, and then I forget. I'm going to tell you what, as you've been nice to let me know, I'm going to do it on a 4+. If not, okay. I'm going to stay put. I'm going to do it. There we go. So charging in as well. Thank you very much, Mr. Green Man. Everybody's going in, and that's about it. I'm going to come back with some shots from these archers into the giant because it is a large target. And yeah, see you back in a couple of seconds. Some shooting onto the giant. I do have a total of 10 shots, which I think I will hear. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yes, 3 of them are within, away from 15 inches. So they are hitting on 5s. And then these are hitting on 4s, finally. Some good shooting, which isn't still enough. Wounding on 6s, 1 armor bane shot at a -1. Oh, taking him down to 3.
Chipping away.
What is going on?
Chipping away.
Perfect. So we're going to move on to this big combat first.
Okay.
I have Furious Charge. There's 3 Pegasus in combat now.
Yeah.
So they do have Furious Charge. My champion has 2 attacks, taking him to 3. And my other 2 have 1 attack, taking them to that. Apart from that, they do have the Pegasus Knights to attack with 2 attacks each. Now, let's go into that. I am striking first with the first Knights. So, my weapon skill is 4. Your weapon skill is 5 on this unit, isn't it?
My weapon skill is 5, yes.
Yeah, so looking for 4s. And that is only 2. Ooh. Did want more. 6s. Strength 6, toughness 4, or is it 5 as well?
Toughness 4.
Okay, so 2's 2 wounds. That is an AP 3 and an AP of 2.
So an AP of 3 will kill 1.
Okay.
And an AP of
2 from the lance.
So 6 up armor save.
No,
I
so
did
that
see
is-
it.
Ooh, nearly there. So 2 dead, and then we've got the Barded Pegasus Knights with a weapon skill of 3. So I'm hitting still on 4s. Again, the horses or Pegasus prevailing. Strength 4. No wounds there. Oh yeah, 2 wounds. 2 wounds. Strength 4, toughness 4.
Have they got any AP?
No AP on these. They just are. I can't see anything. Nope. I think they just have hand weapons, basically.
So it's 2 saves?
2 saves, perfectly. Okay, next up, I would attack with them, right? So, sorry, the camera went a bit crazy and actually switched off himself. But we were halfway through. We were just going to go into the men-at-arms attacking. I'm going to go still with the shield and the halberd, even though I don't get the extra rank because I charged. But I just want to carry on with that specific weapon and the shield for the next turn. So we're going to go into that. They are 3 attacks from the, and then 2 for the monk and 2 for the champion. My weapon skill is 2, I believe. I think it was.
Yep.
Your weapon skill is?
My weapon skill is 5.
5. Was it that unit or that unit that's 5?
It's this unit.
It's this unit. Yep. Okay. So here we go. Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 5
Well,
this time.
5, yeah, but that was pretty tasty.
Yeah, it's
and
good.
then my strength is 3, your toughness is 4, so 5s again. That's 1. 1 mighty 1.
So on a 4+.
That is a save. And that is all my attacks, believe it or not. Not as good as I thought as well. Okay, so you attack back now with all your mighty attacks. Let's see what you get.
Okay, so my big boss will attack first.
Lovely.
He'll attack into the...
Knights?
Just into the... No, he's going to attack into the men-at-arms.
Okay, cool.
So 3 attacks. He hits all 3 times.
Lovely.
And he has strength 4, so 3's to wound.
Just 1?
Just the 1.
Minus...
No
that was a 6 as well, in case you have armor.
No minus.
No minus. Okay, so 5 up. Nope, so that is 1 minute arms dead. There we go. Take him off.
And then
He
what
does
we've
come
got
off.
is we've got 1 savage orc facing off against with a great weapon, facing off against your men-at-arms.
Lovely.
He's directly face to face with your
Monk, right?
with your monk. So he's
Okay.
going to try and hit the monk.
Lovely.
So hits on 3
Bats, yeah.
and wounds or kills on 2. So now that's armor bane, so that's -3.
-3, so it goes straight through. Can't do anything about that. Yeah, he is basically dead. I'll remove him straight away. And then what else do you have following up there? So remember you have lost 2 here, which won't be able to attack in the front rank.
Yes, of course, actually.
Yeah.
So that won't count because
He would
take
be
them
dead,
off.
right? Yeah, he would be dead,
correct.
so he can't attack
Yeah.
the monk. Okay.
So you remove them. So we'll keep the monk there.
Yep.
There'll be 1, 2, 3 models attacking into your Pegasus.
Pegasus Knights.
So
Lovely.
2 of them, including the champion, have we got a champion in there as well? Yep, champion with a great weapon. So 2 of them with the additional hand weapons.
Lovely.
Hitting
on
I'm
3s.
hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
And your toughness 4, so winning on 4.
Weapon skill 5, you said, right?
And weapon skill 5.
Yeah.
That's 2 wounds. Normal armor save.
These are going into the Pegasus Knights, which have a 3-up save. But I do have, what's your strength?
Strength 4.
4, so 6 ups. No, so that is 1 dead because they do have 2 wounds in each of them. That was pretty good. Nice one.
And then I have the champion,
Okay.
and that is it. So the champion has a great weapon, and he'll go into your Pegasus Knights as well. So 1 hit, and he is strength 6, and your toughness 4. So that is 1 wound at -2.
Into the Pegasus Knights, right?
Into the
So that's
Pegasus
a
Knights.
6, so that's a pass.
Cool.
And I think that's all our attacks on that combat specifically. So let's work this out. So you've done 3 wounds in total.
Yep.
Because you've killed the Pegasus Knight and that. I've done 2. I am closed order.
Yep.
I am closed.
They are skirmishing.
Oh, they are, yes. So, yeah, so they don't get that. They are closed order.
Yep.
And then I get the benefit of ranks for these guys, don't I? Because
Yes.
they get 3.
You get 3. 1,
Because
2,
I
3.
am Horde, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. And what do you get on your side?
You also get a banner.
I also get 2 banners. But
you just
just
count one.
basically 1, yeah.
So on my side, I got 3 kills.
Cool.
I get the banner.
Yep.
I get the battle standard bearer. I get the war banner and the big red raggedy banner.
Okay.
And I am close order.
Now, I did my first charge, so you don't get the benefits for the ranks here.
Yes,
Because of first. Have you added that to that?
I haven't.
Okay, so you win by 1?
So I win by 1.
Crazy. Ouch. Okay, so let's roll. So we roll separately for each unit, starting with them.
Yep. Now, do you want to use stubborn?
Oh yeah, I would have used
Yeah,
them
use
because
stubborn because you have to use it for the first break.
Yes. So first time you use it, so I would use stubborn, and that would be basically my roll.
Yeah.
I can't use shield wall because it's only when you charge. And then for the Pegasus Knights, that is a 6, and so I will fall back in good order as well. So let's move those 2 back, and then move on to the next combat.
Are you sure you don't just give ground?
On who? On these?
On the Pegasus Knights.
Oh yes, I've rolled a 6. Yes, sorry. So give ground to them. I fall back in good order with them because I can't use the shield wall.
Cool.
On to the next combat. We've got the Errants flanking through the back, and obviously my Duke's still there. I just want to point out, which we haven't mentioned, they kept on fleeing and just about made it to the edge, but not fully off the edge. So they're still there. Might be there next turn. We shall see. Moving on to the Errants, we have the 2 Errants going in first. Weapon skill of 3, so that is 1 hit, and strength is 6, so that is AP 3. Go straight through.
Goes through.
And then we've got the horses hitting on 4s, 1 hit. Strength 3, looking for 5s. That is a wound. Obviously, the horse's wound.
There we go. Here we go. 4 up.
That's a pass. Perfect. And then we move on to my Duke, right? Because we both didn't move, basically, so we stayed put over there.
Yeah, so I'm initiative 6.
With your war boss, right?
Yes.
So we are in the challenge. So my initiative is 5. So it's all yours.
So I will go. No, I highly doubt I'm going to do anything.
Let's do this.
But here we go. So 3 attacks, or 4 attacks, sorry. Now in weapon skill. Oh, what's your weapon skill?
7. I think we're both 7.
So mine's a 7 as well.
Yeah. So 1 hits.
And I am strength 5. That's 1 wound.
No.
No,
What did
you're
I
potion of
drink?
Strength.
I drank my
no, potion of
drink.
toughness.
Toughness or toughness. I'm toughness 7.
You had a beer.
I had a beer. It's a cider. He likes the ciders. Okay. So no wounds there. I strike back. 5 attacks, hitting on 4s. That's 2. That is maybe all I need. Strength is 6, so 2's to wound. That is the 1 always there. -1.
-1.
I still have my Hippogryph, so I still have a slight chance. What's your...
5 plus armor save. 5 plus armor save.
No, that's the war boss dead. That's his warlord dead. Happy with that. He is off. Obviously, the rest of the attacks I do still have to carry on because I want to get as much combat resolution as I can. Hitting on 1 hit. And strength 5, so 1 wound at -2.
No, he's toughness 5. Yeah.
Because I have to carry on, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And then we've got the Serrated more, which doesn't hit. And then you attack. Oh, no, you can't attack, right? Or can you attack back into these guys?
So I'll be able to attack back into them.
You can do that.
If somebody knows if we're doing this right or wrong, please let us know.
What you mean for the back rank, right?
Yeah, like the combat or the challenge. But yeah, these guys will definitely get to attack back.
Yeah, what do you mean by the challenge? As in
So because you've killed me in the challenge,
Yeah.
and then if we're working down in initiative order,
Yeah, do I strike the rest of them or
can
not?
your
I
stumps-
think you still go into him as per we've been
Yeah.
doing it. Tricky one.
Cool.
It's a very complex game.
So one with he's just a single attack because
Mm-hmm.
he's a single chopper
Okay.
and shield, so
That's
he
a 1.
misses, and then the great weapon into the unit, and he also misses.
Okay, that's
interesting,
good.
interesting.
And then we've got my stomp attacks, which go into your dead carcass, I guess.
Yep.
2 attacks, strength 5, toughness 5, force 2 wounds. That is 2 wounds.
Which would
4
be
ups, right?
normal save.
One
so that
more.
would be another for overkill.
Okay, so 2 wounds dealt there. I don't think I did any wounds with them, did I?
No, I think you've done one.
One wound, right? So it's three in total. And what else do we have? We have closed order on either side.
Yes.
We have a back charge for a mighty 2, I believe it is.
Yeah, so I just need to double check to make sure that you can get the rear charge. Because
Bonuses.
a lot of things you might need unit strength of 5
Oh, nice.
or more to do it.
Okay.
You might get the points, but not disrupt my ranks. I
Okay.
think that's what happens.
Whilst you do that, we will catch you back in a couple of seconds. We will do this combat off camera to speed things up and come back for a decision on the back ranks, seeing what happens. We are back. We've done that combat as well. I've lost by 1, not because we've done any wounds, but because of the musician. I had closed order. He didn't. He has a banner and the musician, so he wins combat resolution by 1. So I'm quickly going to roll that combat there.
Oh,
That is a 10. They are fleeing.
I will chase.
Okay, so 2d6 plus risk, right? Is basically
So I need to get a double 6 here.
yeah, nothing there. Okay, we'll move that later on. I'll just push this there, and you can keep those dice there. And now I've won combat here by 4. So we've tagged everything up. There's a lot of obviously combat resolution going there, but I still have won by 4, just because I flanked from the back and all that extra jazz. -4 leadership test.
Minus
Please
4.
roll like I've just
Yeah.
rolled, so it helps me out.
And no, I'm stubborn.
Oh
so I'm
yes,
gonna
you
use
haven't used your stubborn yet, have you? So basically, you fall back in good order.
Yeah, so I'll fall back, and again, this can be quite janky, whatever way we do it, but I'll fall back from the highest unit strength, which will be your Duke. It means I will run through
Yes.
your models. So I have to take my rather dangerous terrain. So it's going to affect, move him in here, it will affect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 models.
7 models. Okay.
So on a 1 to 3, these models die.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3 of them.
Wow, I didn't know it was. I thought it was only 1s. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. See, this is more complexity in the game that I had no idea about. And now you roll for your fall back in good order, right?
Yes.
Which is a 6.
Which is 6.
And what happens if you move over? Is it you stop at the closest point, or?
No. So some people could use this as surrounded. Others are it still counts as a flee, and if you flee through enemy models, that's why you take those tests.
Okay.
I'll move it all up, and then you can decide whether or not you want to
Engage
I guess
again.
pursue
again.
But effectively, these guys will turn to face the unit.
The
that they
units
are
again.
pursuing.
Okay, we can do that off camera. That's no problem there. That is the end of my turn 4, isn't it? So on to, because I don't know if we said it off camera, but you did fail you tried to hold, but you didn't. So you had to actually pile in there. And apart from that, we do have to measure these guys up. So we'll fall back and then go on to orcs, not goblins, turn 5. Turn 5, and the break point is still not taken off any of the armies. So we're still in it. Yeah. Take us through what's happening in the strategic phase.
So strategy phase, no command abilities, but the shaman's going to cast Plague of Rust.
Okay, and by the way, as you can see, I have pursued with both my Duke and obviously my Errant Knights, which are still alive. Let's go. Let's do this.
So needing a 6 on these dice, and I get a 6 on those
6.
dice.
Okay, let me try and dispel. Yeah, I'll try. 5, 6, 7, 8. You have a +3, don't you?
I do.
Okay, so you do pass it on. So we'll get that little bone dice color again, and put it onto them. And did you put it on the Baron or on the Duke? On the Duke,
yeah.
Sorry. Perfect. Okay, so no more strategic goodness.
Yep.
We're going to go into charges. Any charges?
Yeah, I'm going to declare a charge. So my savage orcs are going to charge your.
Okay, so I
your
basically
knights.
flee again. 6, 7, 8, 9.
You go 3d6 because of Swift Strike.
I don't have to use Swift Strike though. It says you don't have to.
Okay.
But I'll roll because I think I need to pass. Now, if I pass over these units, they do have to do panic tests, don't
Yes.
they?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to, I think I'm going to Swift Strike again. So that's an extra 1. So I'll see where I land. I'll do some panic tests off camera as well for them. Yeah. And any more charges? Is he
yeah, the chariot's almost out of it now, so the chariot's going to try and declare a charge. That's what I'm just about to see.
There's no Swift Strike.
No, he won't actually be able to declare a charge.
Okay, so we'll go on to movement and shooting, and we'll move those errant knights out of the way and see what happens. Panic, panic, and more panic. So basically, the errant horses make these 2 units panic, and we've already failed their leaderships, as you can see. So failed on a 10, failed on an 11 with them, even though I could use, obviously, the knight's leadership, or basically rank by rank. Failed anyway with both. They've moved through the knights, and obviously, this is where it gets a bit clanky. We don't know where they would move. We think it's this way towards where the knights are actually moving towards, and obviously my table edge as well. So chaotic scenes on this flank. Moving on to movement, it would just be. Do you want to do it on camera?
Yeah, I'll do it on camera.
Yeah. So what would happen?
So field charge from these guys. They moved up.
We've moved up.
Everybody's running because they're naked.
Exactly.
The giant wouldn't have
been able to charge because this happens before that.
But I am going to
move with him
there with his 2 wounds. This chariot is just going to
spin around. Okay, reform completely.
And the giant is also going
to reform. Yeah, try and go for those Pegasus Knights. Tasty stuff there.
Yeah.
Perfect. If these guys carry on fleeing, that's a big chunk for the breaking points that goes away. So that might be game if they actually start running away. What an end to the game that would be. Perfect. So some shooting from him again?
Yeah, so let's
Can you shoot into combat though?
Well, see, this is the thing. So it is a magic missile.
Yes.
Which you normally couldn't target models in combat.
Yeah, I thought
it just says that you draw a line. It doesn't say you have to select a target. You just draw a line from his base.
Interesting one. This is another one.
It's a little bit of a weird one.
Yeah, what would you do? What have you been doing it? Have you been shooting?
I've never played it before, so will we do a 4-up?
We'll do a 4-up.
We'll do a 4-up.
We'll do a 4-up.
I don't know.
It's a 4-up.
Okay.
We can do it. I guess we can do it. Okay. Because does it say anything for magic missiles?
Well, normally on magic missiles, you can't select a target.
Okay.
It's based in combat.
Yes.
So if we want to play it like that,
I think that a magic missile is, if it says a magic missile and it says you can't target something that's in combat, even if it's a line, I would still play it as
that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Let me read it out.
Okay, perfect. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Let me read it. Have a break.
So it is a magic missile. Range is 5d6. Draw a straight line 5d6 inches in length from the caster's base edge. Any model, friend or foe, whose base falls under this line suffers a strength 5 hit with an AP -3.
Okay, but what does magic missile say?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm more than happy to play it.
Yeah.
I can't
comments in the comment section.
I'll tell you what. I'll give it the favourable thing. I'll not use it.
Okay, but comments because it's quite interesting. But I still think that I'm pushing towards the the rule says that the magic missile can't be shot into combat, even if it's a line and all that. I don't think it can. We'll see. Perfect. So that concludes that.
That concludes.
Going into combat with 2 tasty combats coming in next. Crucial on both sides. Let's get some dice ready and go into here. Okay, on to combat. We will have the big boss striking first. As you can see, we've taken the Pegasus that we forgot to take. So there's 1 Pegasus less. Here we go.
So hits twice.
Lovely.
He is strength 4.
Okay.
So he wounds twice.
Wounds twice, yeah. Because
no AP.
The toughness is 4 on my Pegasus 9. No AP. 3 ups. 1 goes through. Damage, strength, sorry?
Is strength 4.
Strength 4. So that still goes through. So 1 wound goes through onto one of the Pegasus Knights, which I'm going to place at the very back here. And
now your Pegasus.
Now my Pegasus strike first with 2 attacks each. So 2, 4, 6. weapon skill of 3. So looking for 4s. And my strength is 4 to your 4s, so 2 wounds.
2. No minuses?
No minuses, they are just hand weapons.
So that's 1 wound.
1 wound, not bad. An exchange of 1 wound apiece. Now you strike with all the rest of your models, which are actually all in base-to-base contact,
Cool.
except this one at the back, that one in that corner.
So I'll just get to attack with the 2 which have the additional hand weapons.
Okay,
'cause the
remember
other ones
there's
have
1 less, so basically he can't.
Yeah.
He can't
So I'm
stack.
just attacking with these 2 at the moment.
Okay.
Motley Crew is quite a nice rule, but it's really like difficult to try and
Clanky, it's clanky.
figure
Yeah.
out.
It could have been much easier.
So 2 hits,
Okay.
and they are strength 4
Okay.
with
2
no
wounds.
minuses.
No minuses?
No minuses.
So 3 ups. And strength is
4.
4, so 6 up. No, so that is that one perished. Off you go.
Now you will get your riders.
Now I get my riders. Now he's dead now, so that means that there's 1 less rider at the front, or skirmish works differently.
No, I believe, yeah. Yeah, because you were in the formation that you were in when you fell back, and you don't get to...
Okay, so it's 1 less attacking. Okay, so 2 attacks from my champion and 1 attack from my normal knight. Weapon skill of 4 to your 5.
Yeah.
And that is 2 hits. And then I'm not using my lancers this time, so it's just my strength of 4 into yours, so 1 wound.
1 wound.
No AP.
No AP, 4 plus armor save? No,
That's
it's
another wound.
It's another
Not
wound
bad
there.
at all. Is there more attacks coming from your side?
There is, yes.
Okay.
So there is...
So that's 2 less in the front arc now.
Yep, so it's just my champion now with the grey weapon.
Okay.
So 2 attacks, 1 hits, and he has strength 6 to your toughness 4.
Nothing there.
Nothing there.
Okay, so you've taken 2 wounds on my side. Actually, it wouldn't be him because he's the banner. He would be there, actually.
Yeah.
Has to be. So there we go, put him there. So he's dead. So that's 2 wounds from him. I've done 2 wounds on your side.
Yeah.
We both have a normal banner, but you've got like a billion more added to that.
I got
So
more flags.
I've lost combat by a lot. Let's roll and once. So that is 6. So I fall back in good order, right?
Yes, you would fall back in good order, but your unit strength, however,
Is 6, 9 now.
is 9.
And yours is?
And I have 20.
20. So I do fleet basically. Goes back to that. So
I will chase.
okay. So I'm gonna Swiss ride, and that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh, an 11.
Ooh, I got a 12. So you can't pick me up, but I am fleeing onto that side. Okay, so we'll mark that up, and in the meantime, we'll get some dice ready and go into this combat. Okay, Duke striking first, 5 attacks, but I did charge because I did pursue.
I'll issue a challenge with my champion.
Ooh, okay. I will. I have to accept. I think with my vow, Grail vow. So 2 extra attacks coming in. So that is 5 plus the 2. Hitting on 3s with hatred. I shall re-roll. There we go. And ooh, my strength is 5. So that's just 1.
Just a 1?
Yep. -1.
Minus 1. So 5 plus. No.
Okay, so
dead.
he's dead anyway.
Yeah.
I will carry on attacking with my mount. That is 2 attacks. 1 still misses. And strength is 5, so 2 wounds at -2.
So 6 ups. No.
It's another 2 wounds
2
into
more.
him. And then 1 extra attack, which is a hit. And is a wound at -2.
-2, so 6 up again. Nope, that's a 4.
Okay, so basically that is double 2 wounds on there. So that is, I think it maxes out to 5, right? Multiple
so
wounds, 2 up.
The multiple wounds would only affect models with the multiple wounds, but it will still count as 1.
Okay, it still counts as 1 for combat resolution. Perfect. Next up, we've got the 2 lancers going in. Weapon skill 3, so that is just 1 hit. And 1 wound at -2.
6s? Nope, that's 1.
Another one dead. And then the 2 Bretonnian Warhorses that don't hit this time. So your turn to shine.
So I'll get. I can't hit your Duke, so I'll get 1, 2.
Yeah, they can
3, 4.
yes, because you've lost 2 guys in the front rank, right?
So one has a great weapon, one has an additional hand weapon, but he is not in base to base.
Okay.
The other one does have an additional hand weapon. There we go. Perfect.
And these are all going into the Knights Errant.
These will all go into the Knights, yeah,
Okay.
because of the barn that
Yes,
was in the
yeah.
challenge. So these are normal choppers.
One
hits and forged wound. No, just
No
wound.
wounds. And
And
you
the
don't
gr-
re-roll anything for choppers, right?
No, only when I charge.
Okay.
Yeah. And the
For the 5th time I've asked.
and the great weapon does hit, and he wins on 2s.
Those -2, right?
-2.
Okay. Did you cast the Yeah, you did cast the -2. So it goes straight through.
I had cast Plague of Rust on
Him,
on
but
the
you
barn.
haven't done anything to him.
Yeah.
So -2 is a 5-up, followed by a 5-up. That's a pass.
Oh, you get it.
Okay, so let's count up really quickly. Combat resolution, that is a... Oh, you still get the extra. So I've got 2, I've done 4 wounds onto your champion.
Yeah.
I do have 2 closed order. 1, and we have forgotten about fear again on that.
I'll take the test now, and he's fine. There
Okay,
you go.
perfect. That's just to show it off on camera. So I have done a total of 4 wounds on him. I did kill another one, right, with the lance. Okay, so we've actually sorted it out. It's a -4. I win by 4. So do you want to take a break test there?
Yep, I'll take a break test.
That is a 5.
So they will fall back in good order.
Yes, you will be fall back in good order. So it's 2d6. And I shall basically, again, pursue. That is with my knights plus Swiss Stride. 4, 5, 6, 7. What did you get?
5.
5, so I did get them. And then my Duke is getting in as well. So moving back to inches and then pursuing. Oh, no, sorry. Total of 5. And then they move again. And they move again. Now, it's actually quite big because that was the end of your turn, wasn't it?
Yes.
So if I actually flee with 2 of these units, especially this one, if I flee with this one, basically they are, that's a breaking point for me. I need to flee with them. My breaking point is 33. Okay. So yeah, let's go on to my turn 5, I believe it is. I can't even remember.
Yeah,
anymore.
I can't remember either.
It doesn't really matter. There's no turn limit, so it doesn't matter what turn it is. Perfect. So on to my turn coming up next. Okay, strategic phase. Obviously, there isn't anything to basically do. I am not within my command range to actually get them to re-roll any fleeing dice. So we're going to go straight on to basically trying to... It's not fleeing. It's not regrouping. It is in fantasy. It is rallying. Okay, so we're going to rally with them. See what happens. They definitely fail. So I need to roll 2d6 to flee. And they're off the table because I could only get a 4. So that's not the best of starts. Let's move on to these archers.
So there's 7.
They fail as well. 2d6.
Oh no, they're leadership 7.
The leadership 7,
yeah,
so they're fine. Okay, and then we've got the horses. 6. What is their?
So they're knights errant, so they should be 7 or 8.
Okay, I think it's 7. So that was actually fine. And then we move on to these archers here. And they're fine as well. So they basically just turn around. They're off the table. That is a big hit. I think I only have to lose maybe 3 or 4 more models for that to change. So I'm going to have a little think, see what I can do, because I don't think I'm in a place where I can actually afford to maybe carry on the game. So let's have a quick check, see where the breaking point is at, and we'll come back in a second. Okay, we are back. Men-at-Arms off the table. Now, we have been talking about what would happen in my turn. This combat could go either way, but it's not this combat that makes the difference. It's this combat. I do need to see if I flee or if I carry on fleeing or not, and I do. So that is 2d6, which I move 7, plus Strict Stride if I want, which I'm just going to basically do it. So that's an extra 5 to go further away. So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's moving all the way there. Now, in my turn, I can't really do much. Then they would charge into them. Whew, it's tough times. I don't actually know what to do. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to just record this one really quickly.
Yeah.
Go straight into combat here, get some dice ready, and then we'll see what happens at the end of this turn. Back into combat, Duke time, 5 attacks, plus the extra tasty D3 is the big 3.
Oh, fully
Back again.
rested.
He's fully rested. Oh, and rolling hot. Rolling very hot. And strength is 6. So choose to wound. That is 2, 4, 6, 8.
Oh my goodness.
8
What?
tasty -1 wounds onto that unit.
-1's 5s. Oh, that's not a bad roll.
That's not a bad roll. So
Yeah.
4 slain from there. We carry on with the Hippogryph. That is hatred, so re-rolling here. And strength 5, so 3 to wound. That is 1 at -2.
AC it.
Passes. And then we've got the serrated more. That is a -2 there. 6 up.
Nope.
Okay.
That's another one.
So a total of 5 slain. Knight Errants. Hitting on that. Wounding on that at a -2.
6 up. Whoa, big long roll.
Okay, that's another one dead.
Another one.
So 6 dead. And then the horses, 1 hit. And 1 wound. There we go. Horses prevailing again.
4+.
Ooh,
Yes.
okay, perfect. So apart from that, do you have any champions there?
No, so no, and you've wiped out the front rank.
Yeah, so stomp attacks is the big 3.
Ooh.
Strength 5, 3 to wound. 2 more wounds, no AP.
No way. So 4 ups.
1 more
Another
is slain.
one.
So that is 7 in total dealt. So I've 1 combat there by, do you want to quickly work it out?
So you get 7, you get 2 close orders, that's 9.
Yep.
And I only have 3 models left, so I
Yes.
will just have close order and a banner.
Banner. Okay, so I've 1 by 5,
So I lose by
right?
7.
Lose by 7, okay.
So I need to hope for a double one here, effectively, which I do not get.
4, 5, 6, 7. -1, what's your leadership there now?
Yes, my leadership would have been 7.
So 6, right? Because of terror?
No, sorry, my leadership is 8 and -1 for
Okay,
terrors.
okay. So they Black Orcs have a leadership of 8
They
as,
do.
as they come.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, without any champion or anything. Perfect. So they fall back in good order.
Yeah. But you more than double my unit strength, so I instead flee.
Oh, yes, it's very true because I'm seeing a lot of Black Orcs, but obviously they're not there. Okay, so flee away,
So I flee 2d6, which is
and
8.
I'm going to do it with my Duke because he's the boss. He's supposed to get it. So 3 plus obviously that, so he basically
8.
picks him up, doesn't he? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yep,
and
I
you
get 8.
8. So do so they're gone. Nice.
They're
Duke
gone.
killing the second unit of Black Orcs. Perfect. That finishes off my turn. Now it's going to change up a lot because if that giant gets into them, they're basically now probably going to be my last unit to be removed and the breaking point being over. Let's see how it goes. Turn 6 or 7 or 8 coming up next. Okay, Orcs and Goblins. No, sorry, only Orcs. Take us through for your strategic phase. No was, so it's just charges, isn't it?
Yeah, no was. I'm just going to cast Conjuration, Plague of Rust on these guys.
Perfect.
I
Which
do
is a
get it off,
pass.
so you can Fated Dispel this on a
Double
double
6. Nothing. -2 on them again.
-2. And then we'll go on to Rally Fleeing Troops. I've got none.
Yep.
Into the movement phase, I'm going to declare a couple of charges. I'm going to declare a charge with the
Savage
Savage Orcs that are no longer frenzied or
Okay.
less savage into your...
Pegasus Knights.
Into
So
your
I
Pegasus.
carry on fleeing, don't
so
I?
you carry on fleeing.
Here we go. That's a double 1. I don't really want Swift Stride because that would mean that I would run off the table. So, yeah.
So this is probably going to be a failed charge. Now, yep, that'll be a failed charge. So they'll go forward 2.
Okay. And I move basically 2 inches.
Yep.
Doink, doink, doink.
Me.
There we go. Everybody's very slow, very tired. It's been a long battle. Okay, and then you're going to charge with him?
Yes, I'm going to charge in, and that will be a terror test, please.
Yes. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a
Ooh.
fail. I'm sure Errant's
Yeah.
are leadership 7.
So Knights Errant are leadership 7.
So it's a flee.
It will be a flee.
4, 6. And which way do I move? Do I move that way?
So you'll try and go, I think, either through this way or through that way.
Let's do this way. And then panic test there then, right?
It will.
Let's do a panic test there. That's a fail. So, wow. 2d6. It's 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's... Is it this way they go?
They'll probably, yeah, because they'll have to go around the impassable terrain.
What a mess. Okay, so basically they're fleeing. They're fleeing. they're fleeing, and anything else you want to do?
Yeah, the chariot is impetuous anyway, but it will charge into
those. Okay.
So
I will counter charge there.
Ooh, yes.
I think it's 1d3. I think I move like d3 plus 1.
Yeah.
So it's a double 1, so it's basically 2 inches that way. And then you would just close there.
Charge in.
Lovely.
Excellent.
Okay, so a lot of things still fleeing. I think it's game for the orcs, but let's finish it off, right? Everybody wants to see it. Movement phase finished. We have moved the shaman around the rock formation, and that's about it. Failed charge on the giants, failed charge on the savage orcs, and obviously they couldn't make the charge with these black orcs here. And obviously we are in combat with the chariot. Some magic happening on this side of the battlefield onto the archers themselves.
Yeah, so a Gaze of Gork. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's cast on a 9, so that doesn't go off.
Ooh.
And then it would be combat. So we're just
let's go straight in. So you do have impact hits.
So d6 plus 1. So that's 5 impact hits.
Lovely.
These are strength 5, and they're at -2 AP. That's a cut dice.
Okay.
So that is 5 wounds.
-4. -4, right? Because I've got the
Plague of Rust.
Plague of Rust. So -4. So they go straight through. The strength was, did you say?
Strength 5.
5. Okay, so you do have some 5-ups here. And that is that unit demolished. I believe that is very close now to breaking point. I think you need to kill like 3 more models, maybe, something like that. So that finishes off your turn.
It does. I'll just test to restrain and reform, which I will do.
Okay,
And,
pointing towards the Duke. He's still alive. That man's been a monster. Okay, so let's do some rally tests straight away, right? Because if any of these just fall off the table, they're gone. So leadership of 7, I believe, on them. That's passed. Leadership on them. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a pass. Leadership on them. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a pass.
Pass.
What is going on? Okay, so on to my turn. Coming up next. Back to the Bretonnians, and obviously they have basically now turned into the enemy, and I have basically pivoted and reformed with the Duke himself, ready for the charge on the chariot. Charm shooting? I do have some shooting. Have some shooting from them. I did have to actually move, so they have moved with a -1. That would be a -2, -3 for being the solo. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, you'd only get your 5 because you can't volley fire if you
move. Yes, that's true. Hitting on 6s, nothing. And that's it. That is the end of my turn, believe it or not.
Will we just go straight in?
You can go straight into your turn.
Let's go
What
straight
would you do?
So nothing in the... Well, technically I could do stuff in the command phase. But I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to declare charges.
Lovely.
My Savage Orcs against them. I don't think my Measuring Live. They're not in range.
Okay.
Actually, I need to make sure that these guys are. Yes, they can make it. And my Giant's going to charge your Knight's Errant. So, terror test.
Test again. 5, 6, they passed.
They are good this time.
Okay, so do you want to charge?
And I will charge. Now, this is kind of bad because...
you're going to die.
I will die.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't get my impact hits because you have to charge over 3 inches, I believe.
Okay. So do you want to do it still? Or? Yeah, because if not, I'm going to basically charge you, aren't I?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
So let's roll it live. So 3 is not what I needed. That would be an 8. Or 7, rather.
Okay.
So they will feel 3 inches forward.
Perfect. Giants next.
The Giant.
Hoping to get into that combat. That is in. Definitely in. Smash it into there. And then the chariot just basically can't really fail and smash it into there. Perfect. Let's get some dice ready and go into 2 combats which could finalize the game. Let's see what happens. I did forget about the shaman. So he is going to cast 1 more mighty spell onto the archers there.
Gaze of Gort. He gets
there we go. He gets it this time.
Want to try a double 6?
I shall try. Maybe today is the day. Today is the day. There we go. Okay, this game doesn't want to finish. Let's go straight onto combat. Let's start off with the Duke. I have a high initiative, don't I?
You will have a higher initiative,
yes. Because your initiative is very low. So, 5 attacks. hitting on that. And strength is 6. Toughness is?
Toughness is 5.
Okay, so that is 5 wounds at -1.
So 5 up saves.
3 wounds.
So 3 wounds, he's got 1 wound left.
Okay, I do have, obviously, my Hippogryph to attack now. What's your weapon skill?
3.
Okay, so hitting with that. And 1 wound at strength 5. Toughness?
Toughness 5.
Okay, that's a pass. And then we've got the last attack, which is a hit. And is it wound at -2?
6 up again. No, so
damage 2 as well.
Destroyed.
Destroyed. There we go.
Yeah.
This guy is a beast.
I can't kill
He's
him.
like killed your whole army
I know he has.
by himself, single-handedly. Giant. Is it today? Is you the day? Today we shall see. You have to do this. I'm rooting for the Giants.
Are you?
Yes, I'm rooting for the Giants. I don't want to go into turn 11. There we go.
So what does he do? A 6.
It's a 6. That
he
sounds...
jumps up and down. Excellent. So
Okay.
D6 plus 1 hits. 2 hits. At strength 6. Of course, there's a 1. So 1 wound with no armor save permitted, but ward saves can be taken.
Now, I can't take ward saves because they have fled, so they lose the Blessing of the Lady.
So that is just
one dead. Okay, Mr. Blue and Yellow Horse, you are now removed from play. And is that it? Is that all you got?
That's it until my thunder stomps, yeah.
Okay, so I will attack back. That is, what was your weapon skill?
3.
3. Okay, so 4's to hits and no wounds there. And then I've got 3 horses hitting twice, no wounds. Okay. And then you've got your thunderstorms.
So my thunderstorms, there's 3 at strength 6 with 2s. That is at -2.
-2. So 5 ups, 2 more dead. So just 1 remaining there.
One more save as well. Sorry.
Oh, 1 more. Is it 3? So you could remove the unit. Yes, you do. You remove the unit from play. I believe that is breaking point, because that's a total of 6 now removed.
Yes.
Let's quickly count. That is 10, 18, plus 7 is 25. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. No.
34. One more.
One more. So it's going to happen, right? It's going to happen.
I'm going to overrun with the giant.
Yes.
Of which he makes it. So this that effectively there ends the game, I think.
Yes,
doesn't it?
because obviously they would get totally smashed by that. And I can now finally stretch my... I didn't want to... There was a point where I was like, I really want to concede, but I'm still in the game. The Duke's killing everything that moves. But obviously the overrun from the giant itself. And that's it. Even though that, now with the Black Hawks really close by, the only thing I could do with the Pegasus is run away, because this unit is very difficult to take down. And obviously the Shaman is basically going to carry on casting things onto them. Ignore the Duke as well at this point. Full of blood. He's like gore. He's like he's bloodied and gored, and
I didn't have anything really to
take him down. No, definitely. Let's talk about it all. There's a lot to talk about. End of game conclusion coming right up. And there we have it, the end of the game. Finally, after 3 weeks and 2 days. It's crazy. It's
forever.
Crazy. It feels like we've been saying it off camera. It feels like we've had 3 games today.
Yeah.
And the game's been quite fast. We haven't really checked any rules. It's just gone on. And I'm not a fan. I'm going to start off with this. I'm not a fan of missions that carry on till I like that there's a breaking point. There's 5-turn games, 6-turn games. I think there should be that. The whole carrying on can take days. If the game carries on like us, it's like taking days.
It's after Easter now, isn't it?
It's crazy. It's nearly summer now. Where do we start? I have no idea where to start. It feels like it's 3 days ago when the start of the game.
Yeah, what a game.
What a game. Yeah. Really close as well. So breaking point on your side was about 10 maybe, something like that. 11, 12.
About 12 more wounds.
12 more wounds. If the Duke would have got into your lines, the Duke we can talk about the Duke. I think we have to talk about the Duke.
Yeah.
What a boss. And the first thing I think we should mention is like how important it is to have something in your army that can take something big like that, like dragons, like giants, off the table, because you really didn't have anything that you could.
No, I didn't. I didn't have bolt throwers or a mobile character that could kill him.
And as well, I think my magic item countered your magic item very much, in the sense that as soon as I know that those magic items are not there anymore, my Hippogryph is just too powerful. It's like I'll probably have 2-ups with rerolls 1s for days, and it's a good combo. I've liked it, but he's single-handedly taken like 2 units of Black Orcs and a chariot at the very end, just adds a little spice to it.
And the Warhorse.
And the Warhorse as well.
Yeah.
He's taken a lot of wounds off. Yeah, crazy. Game-wise, new mission for me. I don't think the deployments made a lot of difference.
No.
The flanks were still being used because 9 inches isn't that much as well. So as soon as you have cavalry. Let's talk about your side first. Obviously, second time using the Orcs.
Yeah, so it takes me a little while to get my head around the Orcs. Motley Crew is such a strange rule.
Yeah.
Like to try and figure out what models you're removing from the units is really awkward and clunky. It makes it drag on a little bit. I would just prefer units with great weapons, units with additional handling, or even just like armed to the teeth, which was what previous rules were. Okay. They just could select whatever weapons they wanted. But maybe that would be too powerful. But the big block with the Battle Standard Bearer in it, and the 2 banners, which
there were so many occasions where I'm like, I think I've won combat here.
Yeah.
And suddenly it's like, 2. You've lost by 7. I'm like, okay. Yeah, it's a really good. I think it's a really good investment in a unit like that. It's just so tough to take down. It's one of those units that you have to flank with multiple units, even flank to the back. Have a good hitting unit from the front as well to actually try and take down. Apart from that, if it's the first round of combat and they still have stubborn on it, then it's like as tough as it gets, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really good. And I've seen numbers from combat resolution that I've never seen in fantasy before. Like combat resolution
29,
30 or
29, wasn't it? Yeah, because I did kill one. Don't forget about that. I did kill one. That was crazy scenes all around. Moving on to the Bretonnian side, I think it's an all good rounder. I do still think that the modifiers to shooting is just too much, and I've taken the war machines off. I've taken the trebuchets off already because I don't think they're worth it for 100 points. Looking back at the archers, I don't think they're worth it. I don't think I've done any wounds at all, maybe 1 here and there. Take them out again. Put more infantry and put more cavalry in. I just don't think shooting is potent enough. And in this,
I guess a bad army for myself, because it's quite heavily armored.
Yes.
But maybe if you're up against like an elf army
for me, it's more the modifiers. Yeah. Modifier for being skirmish. Modifier for firing at double range. Modifier for moving. There should be a limit. I know there should be modifiers, but maybe they can cap it at a -2 all the time. So you're always like, things like mine are always capping at a 6-up and not having to re-roll after that.
So the big question, Barding, is
transformations.
How did you find close order?
You tell me. How did you find it? It's good. I seriously think, honestly think, how many times off camera did we say, if the lance formation was here, I could charge you much easier? I've really liked it. Like my 2 units of Errants have survived till the very, very end. They did their job. They were flanking through the sides. They were easy to maneuver. The big units, the same. It was much tougher for you to get. On a couple of occasions, we actually measured your giant couldn't get into them because the lance formation wasn't long enough.
That's true. Yeah, if you were in lance formation, I could have got flank charges off because of the length.
That's the problem. It's a big negative. Yes, less attacks. So look, I'm not saying it's like a 100% agreement on close order being more than lance formation, but it has been a nice taster to actually use them. And I personally think that I will carry on using closed order. Look, I can use lance formation to start off, and as soon as I win combats, just reform into closed order. But I like the whole small units moving about, getting charges from the rear like I have, from the sides and just maneuvering much easier throughout the board than the lance formation itself, even though if I had to choose between movability and having 2 or 3 extra attacks, because that's the only buff you might get, I would go with the smaller units. MCU.
Because you had rubber lances anyway, so it's just the warhorse.
It's
It's just
so
the warhorse
bad.
attack.
It's the horses, man.
Yeah.
We need more horses. Take the riders off, put a horse on top of a horse. That is what you need. Anyway, that's the end of us for today. Thank you very, very much for joining us throughout the year that this game has taken. More reports coming very soon. The Wood Elves, I'm sure, will be live here at the studio very soon. Thank you again for being a guest.
Thank you very much.
You're being a regular. People like you. People like you. And yeah, we'll see you in the next Battle Report very, very soon. Goodbye.